All right, what's up, everybody? We're here to start a new challenge run for Pokemon Y specifically, but you know, Pokemon X and Y are pretty much the same in most regards. But we're gonna do a hardcore Deathless, hopefully Nuzlocke of Pokemon Y. This is the first attempt of this, and it has been a while since I last streamed. I know. There was a lot going on, so I wasn't really able to do anything for the last week and a half, but I'm back and I'm here to hopefully have a good time with this with this challenge. I don't know how hard it will be. A lot of people say that Pokemon X and Y is really easy. I don't really agree with that. But granted, I don't play the game the way most people do, so let's go ahead and just put it in English. I'm gonna pull up the stream, make sure everything looks and sounds good, and then we can go ahead and truly get into this. I'll let the intro cutscene play here. Also, I think it's pretty quiet, so I might... Hold on. Give me a second, let me just bump up the volume for this. That might sound better. Maybe I'll put it like at 8. Yeah, there you go, that's good. Okay. Alright. So let me go ahead and pull up the stream. And we can go ahead and get started. Okay. Everything looks good. Cool. And now we can actually begin the run. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. I am Augustine Sycamore, the Kalos region's very own Pokemon professor. This world of ours is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. These mysterious creatures can be found in every corner of our world. Some run across the plains, others fly through the skies, and others yet swim deep in the oceans. We live together with these Pokemon, lending our strength to one another to live and prosper. Let's get started with some quick questions. Are you a boy or are you a girl? Is there a way to... Not really. I can just, like, do this. Here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... There we go. Alright, we're playing as, I think, Serena is the default name. Alright. I guess we can just... I don't know. I'll just do... Uga. That's usually what I name my characters in these games. Alright. Uga, your adventure begins now. You're about to enter the beautiful Kalos region. Go and meet many Pokemon and people, and I couldn't read the rest of it. Now let's go visit the world of Pokemon. Oh good, you're alive? Yeah, Doctor, it has been a long week and a half since I last have streamed, because this had a bunch of personal stuff go down that had to be taken care of, but it's mostly resolved now. Still a couple of things, but I actually have the free time to stream, so that's great news. Alright. Head down the stairs. I think they're gonna tell me to, like, change my clothes or something. Basically the same way that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon opens up too. You sure slept well, and I clicked the dialogue device. You look like you just rolled out of bed. Go out, have a look at yourself in the mirror and change out of your pajamas, alright. No problem. I like how I'm carrying a 3DS. Incredible stuff. Alright, changed out of her pajamas. Amazing. Alright, let's do this right now. Fast text speed and set mode. Kind of figured as much, but you never know. Yeah. It wasn't a fun time, but you know, had to be taken care of, and now we'll hopefully be able to get back to some kind of normalcy, hopefully. Next week, I might not be streaming on Tuesday, though. I'm pretty sure I will not be streaming on Tuesday. But this week should be the same, Tuesday, Thursday, and then next week we should still be good for Thursday. Welcome to Vanderbilt Town. The name's Callum. I live next door. And I'm Shauna. Great to meet you. Guess what? We've come to get you. The renowned Pokemon Sycamore lives here in the Kalos region. Already has a task for 5 kids, including us. But I'm surprised he knows who you are. You did just move to Vanderbilt, after all. We'll wait for you in the next town over. And you know what? We're gonna get a Pokemon. Come on, hurry, let's go. Okay. Let's head on out. And you really don't run very fast in this game. It's not really until you get, like, the skates and the bicycle that you actually can move. Hey, you go this way, over here. We were just talking about you. Come on, have a seat. This is the meeting place, Uga. I'll introduce you. Everyone, this is Uga. Wow, Shauna's description was spot on. So Uga, this is Tierno. He can really tear up the dance floor. And this is Trevor. He's a little shy, but he always gets perfect scores on his tests. Alright, nice to meet you. You know, it'd feel like we're a closer crew if we call each other by nicknames. Can I call you Lady O? No. What? No way. She's a Lil O for sure. What do you think, Trevor? What? You want me to just nickname someone I just met? Shauna, you shouldn't put people on the spot like this. Well, how about something like low-key? Maybe something like Okins. Sounds like a cereal box. Should decide what we call you. Alright, well, if my name's Uga, then the nickname will be Booga. There you go. Yep. Booga fits you perfectly. It sure does. I'm sure we're going to be great friends, so I'll call you that too. Hey, can we see the Pokemon now? I want to meet my new partner soon. I know, right? It's such a cool feeling when Trevs and I met our Pokemon. Hope you feel the same way we did. Alright, the starters for the Kalos region. Very overshadowed by one Pokemon in particular. There's one that gets way more love than all the other ones, and that is, of course, this guy in his final evolution, Greninja. But the other two are pretty cool, too. You got Chespin, Fennekin, and Froakie as your starter choices. Honestly, I think all 3 of them are pretty solid for this game. I think probably the most consistent one is probably Fennekin, just because Fire Psychic's a pretty cool type. Like, other than Victini, there's no other Fire Psychic type, right? You know? So it fills a unique role for your team, because obviously Victini's not going to be just showing up in the wild in this game. But Froakie's also pretty good. Obviously, it's a very fast, powerful Pokemon. Water Dark is a great typing, at least offensively. Defensively, I mean, it has 5 weaknesses, but it's still got a fair amount of resist as well. So, Froakie's always good. And then there's Chespin, who's kind of forgotten about, but he's honestly pretty solid too. Very bulky on the physical side. Gets a really cool move that I think was a signature move for a little while, Spiky Shield. And yeah, just a reliable grass type that has Leech Seed, so always good to have. So I've used all of these starters in a hardcore Nuzlocke of Pokemon X and Y before, except one. And that will be the one that I picked today because I want to try to just experience new things. And that's my boy Chespin, which ironically was the first Pokemon I ever picked when I played this game casually. So Chespin, let's go ahead, let's do it. Fennekin all the way. It's a good one. Like, really, you can't go wrong. The Kalos starters are really good for this game. Alright, give your Pokemon a nickname. Let's name it. Let's name it Jug. Short for Juggernaut, obviously. Hip hip Gorsey back to Pokemon. I hope we can evolve done Pokemon and maybe through gameplay by Flaytro evolve ourselves into better people in the world. Yeah, right. If only evolution worked like that, you know, like it's spontaneous. You just get to a certain level and then you become a better person. If only. Some people get worse as they level up, so to say. Hi, how are you today? Did you hear there is finally going to be a new Spyro game coming next year called Spyro Realm Beyond? Yep, I saw the trailer for it. It looks great. There's a lot of great games that are coming out all of a sudden. I don't know what is happening. We had like there's Persona 6, Kingdom Hearts 4, Spyro, and even like Deltarune's getting like a new chapter. I think next week, if I'm not mistaken. So just a lot of good stuff happening in the gaming sphere right now. So you've decided on the nickname Jug? Yep. Okay, my partner is Froakie. Wow, we go together great. The two of us are just way too cute. Good to meet you, Fennekin. My name's Callum. Because of you, I can be a real Pokemon trainer. Thanks. Pardon me, but I have something for you from the professor as well. I have something that will help you understand Pokemon on a much deeper level. A Pokedex. The classic. So you see, the Pokedex I just gave you is a high-tech device that automatically records the Pokemon you encounter. The reason you get one is because the professor wants us to go on a journey with our Pokemon and complete the Pokedex. To put it another way, it's an important mission from the professor. I'm sure of it. Oh, lighten up, Trevs. You're way too serious sometimes. Boogo, please take this with you, too. It's a letter from the professor. He said you should give it to your mom. Obtain the professor's letter. Alright, we're done with our errand for the professor. I guess Trevs and I will go look for Pokemon. Let's go, Trevs. How have you been? I was worried you passed away. One day of no streaming I can see, but a week I was about to call the police, fire station, army, navy, and Paw Patrol if you didn't stream today. Welcome. Yeah, I had a lot of just like personal stuff that had to take priority over streaming, so yeah, that's why I haven't been here for the last week and a half. But we're back again. I think this week should be like streams as normal for Tuesday and Thursday. Obviously Tuesday because I'm streaming right now, but it should be normal for Thursday as well. Next week though, Tuesday very likely I will not be streaming then, but I still should be streaming on Thursday. That's the hope. But yeah, I'm super excited about the new Spyro game. I am too. I mean, they didn't really show too much of it from the trailer, but I don't know how far along it is in development, so we might get like another more fleshed out trailer eventually, and when we do, I mean, I'm sure it'll look great. From the little we got to see, it did look pretty cool. What do you think instead of Spyro it was a new game about gyros? That would be both fun and delicious. I think that might have to just be a new IP altogether. In Kalos, kids are chosen to carry a Pokedex and go on an adventure, but you need to give that letter to your mom before any of that. Since when do we need to give a letter of recommendation to our parents to go on a Pokemon adventure? What are we talking about? Booga, wait! You're going to be my opponent in my Pokemon battling debut. Okay, little Froakie, it's our first battle. Let's win it with style. The run technically doesn't start until we get Pokeballs, but I'm pretty sure this is almost a guaranteed win. Even if Chespin is like the worst possible Chespin we can have, we just shouldn't lose against Froakie here. Because you actually get to start. This is the first game where the starters actually begin with their corresponding same type move. So for Chespin here, we have Vine Whip. Again, the run hasn't officially started yet. Alright, we get a lot of XP, get to level 6. And then after this, we can check what nature and everything that Chespin's working with. The main thing I would want anything that's, you know, plus defense or plus attack, as long as it didn't sacrifice, like, defense or attack, really. Special defense I also kind of don't want touched, but we'll see. Well, we get a minus attack nature. That's fine. It is what it is. I mean, to be fair, Chestnut does kind of work more as like a, you know, sit back, leech seed, spiky shield kind of Pokemon. So it's not the end of the world. It really isn't the end of the world. To make up for missed, you should stream for all the hours you missed straight. So that's about 75 hours starting now. Yeah, and then I'll just die of sleep deprivation live on stream. That would be pretty crazy. I'm also still hoping for another new Crash game. I've not heard anything new on Crash yet. Yeah, but it hasn't been too long since we got like Crash 4, so I'm not too surprised about that. I'm sure eventually it'll happen. How well routed out is this Deathless run? So in Pokemon X and Y, really, there's not a lot of guaranteed Pokemon that you can get outside of the starter, and obviously like the second starter you get in what's it called, Lumio City. Outside of those, I mean, I guess there's like the Lapras that you can get, Lucario you're given, a couple of trades that you can guaranteed do, like the Steelix one. But there's really not a lot of guaranteed Pokemon. So in terms of like how well routed it is, it's not really. We're going to kind of just be getting a lot of Pokemon that are going to be very RNG based. There are some things you can do to increase the chances of getting certain Pokemon, but there's not much. So what did you and the neighbor kids end up doing? Wait 1 second, Uga. Is that a Pokeball you have there? You got your very own Pokemon. Lucky you. How about that? You're a Pokemon trainer now, too. Congratulations. Huh? A letter for me? It says it's from somebody named Sycamore. What could it be? A love letter? Could you imagine what a power play that would be to have me deliver a love letter to my own mom? Wow, what lovely handwriting. What do we have here? A request? Oh, I see. Uga, we barely unpacked and all kinds of exciting things are happening. Okay, let's get you and Chessman ready for your journey. Here you go, Uga. I even packed a change of clothes. My, what an unexpected turn of events. It's just like a sudden last burst of speed from a racer in a Rhyhorn race. You made friends, you met your Pokemon, and now you get to take a lap around Kalos. Oh, and don't forget this. Town map. You know how to use a town map, right? It defaulted to no. Anyway. Press the X button to open up the bag. Next, use the control pad to select the key items pockets like the town map. And doing a lap around the Kalos region will be a snap. I don't know what this Professor Sycamore wants you to see on your trip, but taking a journey with your Pokemon is a really wonderful experience. Cool. Oh, if you could bring back one dead game franchise, which would it be? Also, if you could add anyone to Smash Bros. Definitely, if I was to revive anything that's pretty much dead in the water, it's Sly Cooper. I love those games. Sly 1, 2, 3, fantastic. Sly 4 wasn't like that bad. I do think that the developer that kind of had to pick up where Sucker Punch left off did their best. It wasn't as good as the original trilogy, but it definitely should be revived. It was a fantastic game. As for adding to Smash Bros, I honestly don't play Smash Bros, so I don't even know who's in the game, if I'm being completely honest. Sleep deprivation takes closer to 8 days to kill you. You'll probably just develop psychosis after 3 days. Oh, so like basically a normal streaming. All the voices in my head just come out every time I start streaming. Raw. Oh, what a card. I guess Ryron just wanted to give you a send-off, or a big send-off for your journey. Well, it has known you since you were born, after all. Good luck, Uga. Go for broke, and don't worry, you'll have Pokemon by your side, so you'll be fine. What do you hope to see in the new Spyro game? I hope they bring back Sheila, Sergeant Bird, Bentley, and Agent 9. I really want them to expand on, like, the power-ups for the game. Because I think that's kind of, like, where the original trilogy didn't, like, have a lot. Like, you had like the charge, the flame breath, the, head bonk for whatever that was worth. And there were like the power-up gates, but I kind of want Spyro himself to just have like natural extra powers that he can use, He's the main focus of the game. I want him to be absolutely jacked and just really fun to play as. He already is fun to play as, but make him even more fun to play as. Maybe for Thursday's stream, you dress an Ash or Gold or Pikachu or Officer Jenny to get audiences into the game. Maybe Brock. Yeah. I'm not much of a cosplayer, and I definitely don't think I have the build nor the appearances to actually pull off anything like Officer Jenny, for example. But we'll say, would you ever play a modded game, maybe Super Mario 64, but instead all characters have hyper-realistic faces, but they're all just your face with different expressions? Just an example, but would you? Probably like the closest thing I would get to that would be like ROM hacks. I mean, I guess if you want to get more literal with like modded games, like you could do like I've been playing a lot of like Lethal Company with like friends for like the past like 2.5 years, and we've been getting into mods. So if I were ever to like make videos on that, which I don't know, I don't know if I would ever do that or not, but if I ever were to like, you know, stream that or, you know, upload videos like publicly to YouTube or whatever, I guess that would be modded. But yeah, I do like playing like modded games from time to time. Not always. I do usually like playing them in the vanilla form, but yeah. Anyway, is there any... Okay, you're just the healing thing. Is there like any item that you get from the people in here? I don't really remember. It's been like probably 3 years since I played X and Y, so it's you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm gonna have to try to, you know, remember how to play the game. I thought maybe that someone gave you something there. Nah, I'm real. It's the rest of them that are just hallucinations. Right, doctor. New idea. Live streaming yourself, live screaming. Just as loud as you can while you play video games. Maybe every minute you have to yell for 10 seconds. I think I would run out of breath really fast if I did that. Also, I mean, there's already plenty of streamers who basically just loud is funny, so you don't have to look far to find them. I was hoping they could have more things for Sheila, Sergeant Bird, Bentley, and Agent 9, such as the Power Stomp for Sheila, Super Rockets for Sergeant Bird, Power Club for Bentley, and Weapon Powers for Agent 9. If they get brought back, I mean, I would love to see their gameplay expanded too. It's a big if, though, because I don't believe they've revealed anything about, you know, adding them back in or not. There might just be like new characters entirely if they do have like alternative playstyles, but yeah, again, when they release like the next gameplay trailer, we'll know a lot more about it, because the one that they did release was pretty shallow. It wasn't really that long. And that way Agent 9 can have different weapons. Yeah, absolutely. Have you ever cried from losing at a video game? Sometimes it gets intense, and especially as a little kid, many people would cry. Have you ever, as either young or old? When I was a kid, like, you know, I'm talking like honestly, until I was about 13, anytime I lost, I took it personally. I hated losing. It was terrible. Like, if you beat me in a game, I was gonna throw hands. I was not a pleasant person to play against in any kind of competition, because I was a bad sport. And I don't really know when I kind of flipped the switch, but at some point I really got into doing like just kind of playing on hard mode on most games I played, and eventually getting into challenge runs. And that just taught me a lot of patience, right? You know, because it's part of the process. Losing is a part of playing any challenge, right? Is you lose, you look back at what happened in the run and where you went wrong and what you can do to improve, and you use that to fuel yourself as motivation for the next run, right? So it just kind of, I guess I got desensitized to losing at some point. But when I was young, it was bad. When I was younger, my cousin's friends would scream and cry if he didn't win. One time, he knocked over a candle on accident, and the table caught a little fire. The parents came to put it out, but there's more to the story. Yeah, I didn't think I did anything like that, but I definitely threw, like, you know, toys at people when I lost in the past. It was not great. I even threw a tennis racket at my sister one time. It was not great. Thankfully it missed. I still think about that, because that would hurt. But when you're little, it seems like the house is on fire. Very scary. He was taken out of school. Maybe a year later, sent to military school. Feel bad, but I hope he's better now. I mean, I don't know if that's the correct way to parent your kid. You know, send them to military school just when they start acting up. I think you got to really work with them. But I'm not a parent, so I guess I can't really fully speak on that. Anyway. We don't have Pokeballs yet, so this is not our encounter. As you can see, we don't have any items. So, we're just going to ignore this Pidgey. That is, I think this, I'm pretty sure that's a scripted encounter. I think you always get a Pidgey on that tile of grass. And I believe on this route, there's Caterpie, Scatterbug, obviously Pidgey, Fletchling, is it Bunnelby? Bunnelby's one. I think there's like one or two more, and they're escaping my mind right now. But most of them have like somewhere between 10 and 20% encounter chances. So again, it's just gonna be kind of completely random what we get. Come learn how to catch Pokemon with me, and okay, I'm just gonna skip all this. We know how to catch Pokemon, come on. We played how many Nuzlocks on stream? 4? Ultra Sun, or Ultra Moon. Ultra Moon, Coliseum XD, and then Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And honestly, if you want to get technical, I also did like the Soul Links with Pokemon Red and a little bit of Pokemon Crystal. I didn't stream all of that, but... So I've done a lot of Nuzlocking on this channel. So you're okay to lose to other people now, not just to yourself on hard modes? I mean, yeah, I'm fine losing. It's way better. Yeah, if I was streaming, you know, 15 years ago, it would be terrible. I would be going viral for crashing out every time. But thankfully we're not we're not there anymore, you know. You grow up. It's a part of just maturing both emotionally and mentally, you know. No, military school has excellent outcomes with the correctly matched child. There are probably some children who deserve to go there, but I think that's kind of an extreme, you know. I think for the most part, I would like to avoid sending my kid to military school, you know. Wow, the Pokemon went inside the Pokeball? Seriously, Sean, did you forget already? Your Froakie's in a Pokeball, right? Incredible, big brain. Anyway, I'll share some Pokeballs with you too, and now the Nuzlocke has officially begun. Pokeballs, do you think I can catch Pokemon with them too? If you throw a Pokeball at a Pokemon around here, you'll probably catch it. Okay, if I find a cute Pokemon, I'll throw lots of Pokeballs at it, and then we'll become friends. Catching a wild Pokemon makes your Pokemon stronger too. Be seeing you. So, kind of a cool thing. Fun fact, if you don't know. Both this game and the Gen 7 game, so Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, the first route has a 100% catch rate for all the Pokemon that appear here. So, you can throw a Pokeball at full health, it will always catch. And it also applies if you randomize the games too, which is pretty cool. So, like, you can, like, get, like, a really hard-to-catch legendary, like, say, I don't know, like, Zekrom or something, and you can guaranteed catch it with a Pokeball. It's pretty cool. I think the boy had many behavior problems. He would kick holes in the walls, trample mud in my cousin's house on purpose, eat so many nuts he would get sick, cut my cousin's hair while they slept. He peed in the fridge too once because he was mad he couldn't have ice cream. We were afraid, but you feel bad now looking back, and I'm sorry for them. How would you have dealt with him? A kind hand or maybe a stern grip? Well, behavior problems like that, I mean, you know, definitely the kid should be seeing like a child psychologist, you know, and you should talk about like what your steps should be and how you should best go about correcting behavior and maybe even medicating them if they need it, right? It sounds like they're kind of lashing out like that because it's a cry for help, you know. You don't have to be a parent to have opinions on that, I don't think. I don't mean in a way, but definitely, like, being a parent, I certainly think most people, you can go in as prepared as you think you can be, but until you have a kid, yeah, it's you're never going to be fully prepared for the real thing until it happens, you know? You can read however many books, you can, you know, kind of vicariously live through like other people and with their kids, but when you yourself have a kid, it's a much different experience, I would imagine. Obviously, I'm not there yet, but eventually we'll probably get there. I would like to see modern Fletcher stream with young Fletcher. How long before you unhinge your jaw and either scream or shoot a laser from your mouth with the littler one? Would not take long. It would not take long. Almost like I'm an expert. Yeah, true, doctor. Yep. All right. Place your bets. What are we going to get here? I think probably the best possible encounters would either be Scatterbug, Caterpie, or Bunnelby. I think those three are your best bets. But there's a couple other ones that aren't that bad. I mean, Fletchling's obviously not going to be bad. Just don't think it's as incredible. Let's see. We get Zigzagoon. Well, that's not any of the ones I just listed. It's a guaranteed catch. So I'll just throw the Pokeball here. Zigzagoon does have pickup for its ability, so for what that's worth, I mean, you'll get some random items as you explore through the overworld, but that's definitely not one of the better ones to get as your first encounter. It's alright, though. Still got a couple more before the first gym. Alright, Pokemon with abundant curiosity. It shows an interest in everything, so it always zigzags. Alright. Ziggy Zagoony, what we got? I don't know. I'm trying to think of like something related to like a pattern, but nothing is coming to mind. We'll just do we'll just go Ziggy. Ziggy is probably going to live in the box for most of this run, let's be honest. And neutral nature. He does not have pickup. I thought pickup was guaranteed. He has gluttony, apparently. God dang it. Alright, so then we don't even get that benefit out of having Zigzagoon on our team. That's so tragic. Alright, we got this guy. I think he actually has a Zigzagoon as his only Pokemon. Level 5 Zigzagoon. Unbelievable. Alright. Jug, let's go ahead and let's take this guy out. Let's Vine Whip him probably 2 or 3 times, and that'll be it. That goddamn minus attack nature. And we're speed side with Zigzagoon, it looks like. He's just lowering my defense. I honestly don't think Zigzagoon will even do that much, but we won the speed tie, so. Thinking of subscription tiers for your channel, tier 1, $1 gets you a shout out live on stream. $5 gets you a shout out making the sound of any animal to any person chooses. I don't know if we'll ever monetize the channel, honestly. There's a lot of requirements you have to meet, at least on YouTube. On Twitch, honestly, I think I can monetize it right now. But I'd be making pennies. I'm not going to do it and piss off anybody who actually wants to watch. But yeah, on YouTube, there's a lot of requirements. I think you have to have like a certain amount of subscribers and a certain amount of watch time. And it's a lot of watch time. I think you need like 4,000 hours of watch time in like a single year. So it's a lot. I mean, I guess if I streamed every day, maybe I could get there, but I don't have that kind of time. $10, you look into the camera menacingly for 10 seconds. $20, you tell the donating person very meanly. What? $50, you text them off stream for 1 hour the next day. I don't know if I want to do that. That sounds like an easy way to get doxxed. Alright, here we are. We're in the forest. Let's go ahead and get in the grass. I think there's so many Pokemon you can get. There's obviously like Caterpie, there's Weedle, Scatterbug, Pansear, Sage, and Poor. Still Fletchling, and also Pikachu. There's a lot, so we'll see who we get. I don't know if you can get Bunnelby from here, but if you can, I would love to get Bunnelby because there's the trade that you can do in the next city. Caterpie, that's good. That's a good one. Talked about it for Route 1, how Caterpie would be a really good... oh, also, I forgot to be updating my team as we're going. We got Chessman. We got... Hold on, Zigzagoon. And we got Caterpie. Caterpie's kind of big, but... I also finally figured out with the, with like the overlay that I have on OBS, I figured out why the images kept getting resized automatically. So hopefully that's fixed. It only took me like 4.5 Nuzlocke to get there, but we did it. Anyway, female Caterpie, it's always going to be Wormy. We'll never forget you, Wormy. And let's check what Caterpie is working with. It has neutral nature. Okay. And of course, Shield Dust is the only ability it can have. So that's pretty good. I like that. Let's get this item up here. Just a potion. $100, you summon entities from beyond this world to harass the person donating. $500, you create a clone of them you order around live on stream. What in the world? $1,000, you own their soul in the afterlife. These are all Squink's ideas, by the way. Mine were going to be fun, like say a fun video game catchphrase, like it's a me. I don't know if I'm going to do that for my, you know, if I ever were to get monetized on this channel. I don't think that it ever really will happen, but I don't know if I would do that. But those are fantastic ideas from Squink. Alright, let's head up here. I think they're going to get like a hidden item tutorial, even though I don't know why they even bother. It's not like you can see the items. They're hidden. Should do that with like the item finder, but not... Anyway, I love puzzles, so I watch everything more closely than you might think. A paralyze heal. Cool. Alright. Alright, well let's, I guess let's level up some of our guys. So, my general rule... for this run, just like it was with Heart Gold, Soul Silver, for the first gym, up until the first gym, I will grind as normal. So just going into the grass, fighting Pokemon, leveling up via getting experience. After Gym 1, we will go ahead and put rare candies into the game, and we'll use those to level up instead of having to grind all the time. Honestly, X and Y is pretty easy to kind of stay relatively well leveled compared to other Pokemon titles, but just to make things go quicker and focus on the battling aspect of things, we're going to use rare candies after Gym 1. For the first gym, I will grind as normal, just to say I earned the right, I guess. And obviously level cap right here. Level cap is 12. In case you were wondering. There's Pansear. My whole team... Well, not my whole team. I guess Zigzagoon isn't. Is kind of weak to fire here. I'm just gonna run away from Pansear. Don't really want to mess with him. Just want to find Pokemon that we can beat up with Caterpie and Zigzagoon. We can find other Caterpies, other like Scatterbug, like stuff like that. There we go, Caterpie. What level is it? 3? It's 2, even better. My Caterpie is better than this Caterpie. Caterpie also gives HP EVs as well. Only one, but in case you're someone who really loves keeping track of effort values. Swing wanted to do live stream mukbangs eating on camera, but I told him you cannot purchase human meat, but you know him, he will squeak and chirp until he gets his way. Well, I don't know where you're gonna find the human meat, but I think it's best I don't know. Get 11 experience, that's not a lot. Thankfully, you can heal up anytime from talking to Shauna. What I might just go into like these battles and just use Chespin for now to get a bunch of experience, I guess. But I think this guy has a fletchling, doesn't he? Yeah, I trust Chespin. He's got good defense. He'll do it. Oh, it's Scatterbug, even better. Okay. Someone around here has a fletchling, I think. He has 2 Pokemon, so maybe the second one's fletchling. What level is this thing? 3. Alright, I'll try to stay in as long as I can against this guy. I usually like fighting a lot of the trainers I come across in Nuzlocke, because I don't really like how a lot of, you know, people who do Nuzlocke, they just kind of skip past all the trainers and they only focus on like the gym leaders and like the mandatory fights. I kind of like proving that you're the very best like no one ever was by taking on all challengers, you know what I mean? I think that's the way to do it. Have to get going, have to clean out the bones from Swing's cage and notify the families of his latest visitors. Have a good stream. Happy you're back. Glad to see you're not raging like Mario Party. Yeah. Trust me, I'm happy about that too. I would not want to come back and immediately have to goddamn play a rage game. That would not be great. Would not be good. We're worried about your health now. Your hair has lost its grays and you've never been more radiant. Goodbye now. Alright. Thanks for being here, 70. Always fun talking with you. Alright. Take out this Scatterbug. Probably 2 tackles will do it. And then we'll see if this is a fletchling like I thought. Is the second Pokemon. If it is, it's not a big deal. I mean, Chespin should be fine. I think it's only going to be level 3 by the looks of it. And we learn Rollout, which will be a really good move if I don't get anything good for Viola. And it is a fletchling. Probably could have used Rollout, actually. But it is what it is. Okay. Heal up. Has anyone gotten to level 4 yet? No. God dang. Caterpie is 1 XP point away from getting to 4. That is so tragic. He'll get there. It's fine. It'll happen eventually. Alright, Weedle. Weedle has Poison Sting, but because we have Shield Dust, we actually can't be poisoned by the attack. Shield Dust makes you immune to secondary effects. And also Weedle gives attack effort values. Which isn't really that great for Caterpie, but is what it is. I'm gonna go to Zigzagoon so that they can also get experience here. This was the first game that made it so Pokemon that participate in battle get the full amount of experience. They don't split it between each other anymore. So it does make leveling up go a lot quicker, right? Because originally, you know, from generations 1 through 5, if, let's say a Pokemon gives like 100 experience for taking it out, right? If 2 Pokemon battled against it, each would get 50, but now both would get 100 in Gen 6 onward, so it really does make grinding go a lot quicker. Especially when you're like grinding up like Pokemon like Magikarp that you kind of need to like switch out. Because they don't have a way to attack until they're moderately leveled. Alright. I'm gonna go to Chespin, we're gonna use Rollout. Take this guy out. That was a critical hit and it still lived. That's actually insane. Does Fletchling not know Peck this early? I thought it would, but maybe it doesn't. Alright. Heal our Pokemon again. Alright, give me the Pokeball. Alright, what Pokemon is this? Is it Pikachu because she said your Pokemon is in for a shock? Hilarious. Male Pikachu. Alright, well, good thing is grass types do resist electric. So let's go to Chespin. And Chespin should make quick work of this guy. Does Pikachu even know a physical attack to actually, like, benefit from Tail Whip? I don't know if it does. I think it might only know Thunder Shock. And then the first, like, physical move it gets is, like, Quick Attack. But I don't know what level that is. Static. Under 20 XP is a lot. You have to be a little bit careful not to go too crazy here, you know. Chespin, I don't want him to get to the level cap this quickly. Also, you can see my mouse. I just realized. Hold on, let me how do I not have that happen? I didn't mean for it to capture my mouse. Is that better? Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, okay. Oh, what happened? Okay. Let me heal up with Shauna here. I kind of wish it worked like other Pokemon games do when you have like a battle partner, like it's like a multi-battle kind of thing. Where they just auto-heal you after every fight instead of having to talk to someone to heal you. But that might be a little bit nitpicky, I guess. Alright, Ziggy Zagoon. Go ahead and take out this Caterpie. Two more tackles and we'll have it. There's also in Pokemon X and Y, there's Super Training, which is unlocked as soon as you get your first Pokemon. That is a way to get a lot of like effort values on your Pokemon just by playing like the little mini game where you have to like basically pop a balloon or something. We're not going to really be using that though, because I don't think it's going to be necessary. But if you wanted to min-max your runs, then you absolutely could do that and just get some jacked Pokemon right off the bat. Run around with a level 5 starter that has its Eevee's maxed out. Alright, what we got? Lass. Is that supposed to be like Lisa? Or Lice? I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce that, but I know that Kalos is mainly inspired by, like, you know, France. So there's a lot of weird names. Or at least they're weird to me. Obviously, if you're someone who either lives in France or you speak French, probably not weird to you. If you're a man of culture, yeah. I've just never seen someone have a name spelled L-I-S-E. I've never seen that before. If that's supposed to be like Lisa, but like pronounced a little bit differently, I don't know. Then it's not weird, yeah, if you're a man of culture. There are a lot of weird words in like a bunch of different languages, but French, I don't know. That is a crazy language. It's pronounced Lise? I don't get it. I would never even guess to pronounce it like that. I don't know why I went to Chessman. I didn't have to go to Chessman. I could have probably stayed in with Caterpie, but or more accurately, Lise. I don't know. I'm trying. It rhymes with these. These. Okay. Ziggy got to level 5. Wormy is still not at 7. At level 7, you will evolve into Metapod. Sure, you can heal my Pokemon, Shauna. Get this item over here. Pokeball, sure. Gotta give your daily dose of culture, even if I need to force feed you. Fair enough. But I don't want to learn new languages. It's like the meme from like the movie Holes. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, that's too dang bad. You just keep digging. Fantastic movie, by the way. I don't want to learn new languages. Well, tough titties, bro. I don't want to learn new languages because I'm already struggling with the one that I'm supposed to know, English. I stumble over my words all the time. Wow, this guy's just gonna tail whip me to death, I guess. Does Pikachu Pikachu has to give speed EVs, right? Like, it has 90 base speed. There's no way. Caterpie is evolving. Recently, Pokemon Champions is kind of like the new like competitive play like game that has been being I guess used for like official tournaments and stuff like that. I was playing it probably about like a month ago. Honestly, I haven't really been playing it much afterwards. But I made it to Master Ball tier with a team that used Pikachu because I thought it would be fun. I think it was like a Psychic Terrain team. And Pikachu actually fit in pretty well because Psychic Terrain obviously like blocks priority moves, and I had like, you know, like a Whimsicott or something to set up Tailwind. Pretty fun. I should mention that this was in doubles as well. I also got the Master Ball in singles, but not with a Pikachu. I think probably the weirdest Pokemon I used on the singles team was like Alola Ninetales. Because again, I just thought it would be fun. I don't really take competitive Pokemon very seriously. I like coming up with like teams that like center around, you know, one or two Pokemon that really never gets a lot of love. And obviously, I don't usually win as many times as some of the best competitive players do when you're doing that, but it's fun. I've also learned a lot about Pokemon just in general from doing it. There are just some things that I never knew. A lot of things I've learned from Nuzlocking, and a lot of things I've learned from playing competitively. Such as Z moves can't be encored, which always to this day lives in my head. Or not Z moves bypass encore is what I meant to say. Z moves bypass encore. I think I said that the other way around. My bad. Yeah. Yeah, learning that, and then losing a Pokemon in a Deathless run attempt of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Not fun. Wouldn't recommend, especially when you're 50 hours into said run, and you're quite literally about 10 to 12 battles away from the end of the game. Not great. Just gotta earn your stripes. Memorizing all the dumb gimmicks is just such a treat, isn't it? There are a lot of interactions that, you know, you never ask yourself because it's like, when is this ever going to come up? And then it randomly comes up in one fight where it actually matters. And it's like, are you serious? It is crazy. Hopefully that growl I can still kill, hopefully, with this tackle. I will say though, like the gimmick I do like is Mega Evolution. I think Mega Evolution is fantastic. I'm not too big of a fan of terrestrialization. I think it's fine as long as, like, you know, it's disclosed what Terra type your opponents have, but otherwise it sucks. And I just never really cared for Z moves. And Dynamaxing, never played Gen 8, never played Sword and Shield. But that looks terrible. That just looks terrible. I must say, Fletchling was such an upgrade to the generic Burb category. Yeah, it's a solid one. Talonflame, even to this day, is pretty relevant. A fast, moderately balanced Pokemon. I'm pretty sure it has like base like 75-ish in every stat other than speed. The only thing that sucks is you introduce a fire flying type, you know, beginning bird Pokemon, right? And in the same game, you get to Lumio City and the professor offers you the Kanto starters, where one of them is Charmander, and Charmander evolves into a fire flying type, Charizard. So there's probably a fair amount of people who didn't really care about Fletchling too much, because why wouldn't I just use Charizard? Just trying to get everyone leveled up. I think it probably... Hold on. Let me check something. Let me check... what encounters we have coming up. So I think next up is Route 3, right? Because I know like there's like Azurill is kind of a cool one. Getting Dunsparce would be kind of funny. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, there's some pretty interesting Pokemon on the next route. A lot of them are not great. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of them aren't too great. But there are some that I would really like to get, like Bunnelby, Azurill, Dunsparce. That would be kind of fun. It would be fun to use Dunsparce in an actual run. Last time I used Dunsparce was Pokemon Coliseum. And that was mainly because, you know, the Pokemon selection in that game is just not very good. Dunsparce is actually one of the de facto best Pokemon for the early game of Coliseum. Crazy thought, but actually true. God dang, level grinding takes forever. You don't get the experience share until after Gym 1 as well. But the experience share was also reworked in this game. It is so unbelievably good. You will absolutely be overleveled by using it, but it does make grinding go quicker. I'm gonna go to Metapod here. It's doing no damage. Coliseum's greatest strength is how it forces you to use usually discarded Pokemon in new and unique ways at the highest level. Yeah, and I'm still thinking about making a video, like a tier list video, for all the Pokemon of Coliseum. I toyed around with the idea, but it's a lot of work to test out how good they are in every, like, major fight. It's a lot of work. I realized really quickly, I'm like, wow, this is gonna take forever. But I would like to do it. Because I would honestly say Dunsparce, I think you can make a case at C tier. Because it actually does learn, if I'm not mistaken, like, it learns Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt. Like, those are very solid moves. I know it only has, like, a base 60 special attack stat, but in Coliseum, all of the opposing trainers have 0 IVs across the board, unless it's a Shadow Pokemon. Then the IVs are randomized. But because of how the power is brought down naturally because of that, Dunsparce actually can hit pretty hard. Especially if it has, like, a way to hit on, like, a quad weak side, you know? Like hitting Altaria in Ain's fight for 4x damage. Like, that's huge. I'll try to get Zigzagoon to 7, and then we'll keep progressing. I definitely think the worst Pokemon in Coliseum, though, for, like, I'm not going to pick something that you get in the late game because, you know, that's kind of cheap to say, oh, well, this thing is only available for, like, 2 battles and it sucks. The worst one that you can get moderately, or I think it's actually pretty early in the game, like almost the very beginning, it's Slugma. Slugma absolutely sucks in Coliseum. I don't think there is a Pokemon that is more unusable in Coliseum than Slugma. And Magcargo by proxy. The amount of trainers that either have Earthquake or have Rain teams is ridiculous. And obviously, Slugma and Magcargo, especially Magcargo, really hates water and ground type moves. Those are, like, the most common things in Coliseum, so yeah, there is just no fight that I would ever be like, yeah, Magcargo is a good Pokemon to bring. Like, not even like Venus's first fight, where she has, like, she has a Vileplume, she has a Steelix, right? So you do have, like, a good matchup with 2 Pokemon, but then here's the issue. She always leads with Delcatty, which has Water Pulse as one of its coverage moves. Steelix also has Earthquake, you know, so if you don't kill it in one hit, you're getting sent to the Shadow Realm. And and then she also has Shadow Suicune in the back. It's just not a good time for my boy. Honestly, that should be a challenge run I do. Can you beat Pokemon Coliseum only using Magcargo? That's a great challenge idea. Holy. I don't know if you can. Even if it's level 100, I don't know how you would do it. You'd have to allow items to be used, because I don't know how else you're going to stop Magcargo from getting absolutely clapped. Also, you get Entei so early, and so few trainers are vulnerable to fire before Dakim 1, yeah. It's just it's a mess. It's a mess. Like even Typhlosion struggles. Like I don't think Typhlosion is like anywhere close to F tier or even D tier, but Typhlosion does struggle in Coliseum more so than the other two starter choices. Meganium does very well in Coliseum. Extremely well. I mean, being a grass type just in general is usually really good in Coliseum, just, again, because so many trainers have ground type moves and water type moves, and grass resists both. So the only main issue with Meganium is it just doesn't get like the coverage you kind of need. Like it gets grass type moves. You know, it can learn, I think, both Rain Dance and Sunny Day. It also gets, Synthesis to heal. I think that happens a little bit late, though. I don't remember. You get Reflect and Light Screen, too, which is also very helpful in double battle format. So it's a solid one, but yeah, Typhlosion, it's fast, it hits hard. That's about it. Again, just not a great game for anything weak to water and ground. Plus Quilava is the obvious trip choice, and Skiplet and Quagsire are just too strong to pass up. Yeah, you have your fire, water, grass core already built, and you think you're set. And then, yeah. Everything just starts to go completely downhill. Yeah, Jump Bluff in particular is way better in XD than Coliseum. Like, it's still good in Coliseum, because, like, being a fast Pokemon with Sleep Powder, fantastic. But I think in XD, it's way, way better. Just because XD, the Shadow Pokemon are the scariest thing in the world. And being able to shut them down with Sleep Powder is almost, like, crucial at times. But Jump Up is still very good in Coliseum too. Took a couple generations for some Pokemon to get usable. Maybe one day it will be good. Which one? We're talking about Magcargo? Also, how you doing, Zero M? Or Zero Zuio. Probably just butcher the name. Like, Flareon is nowadays one of my favorite EV evolutions. Oh, it's a lot of people's favorite. Flareon, oh my god, that was sent to the depths of hell for a while. Yeah, it didn't have any way to use that base 130 physical attack stat. And it was outclassed by basically every other fire type. And I wouldn't say, like, Flareon is, great now, but it's certainly usable for sure. But design-wise, Flareon is very, very good. And the fun of using a Flareon is also awesome. I love using Pokemon that don't really get a lot of love. Anytime I can. The fact that Zigzagoon still hasn't gotten to 7 is pissing me off, honestly. All the evolutions are being kept on par with power creep for business purposes, yeah. Well, there are some evolutions that absolutely, you know, transcend the others. Mainly, Sylveon has been just the greatest one. Umbreon has still been very relevant. But yeah, it's mainly those two are tiers above, usually. Not just for Nuzlocking, but for competitive play. Espeon faces way too much competition from other Psychic-type Pokemon. I mean, Alakazam is probably like the biggest one that kind of completely shuts it down. Alright, everyone is at least level 7 now. So that's very good news. Let's head up. Let's actually get our next encounter from Route 3. And we're going to get a cutscene. So you got here first. Seems like I'm neighbors with someone who has a lot of potential. I mean, you were just at the end. There was only like one trainer in the way. You probably could have gotten here first too. The way Pokemon move, it's just incredible. I want to show off some of that spirit when I dance. It's here now. Can you think about something besides how Pokemon move for once? We're all here. Let's go to Sandalwood City. What are y'all gonna do? Why, look for Pokemon, of course. The Pokemon did ask us to complete the Pokedex, after all. And furthermore, different Pokemon prefer living in different places. To put it another way, it's a chance to find different Pokemon than the ones in the forest. I'll bet different Pokemon will use different moves. I sure want to see a lot of moves. What are you going to do, Callum? I'm going to go to Sandalwood City's gym and take on its gym leader. So you know, Pokemon trainers test their strength by battling with the gym leaders in each Pokemon gym. Wow, you sure know a lot. I learned a lot from others. Here, I have something for you guys. Adventure rules. I wrote down 10 different tips every trainer should know. Here's one for you. Trust me, my knowledge of Pokemon goes very... way deeper than these 10 rules. I probably have more rules for the purposes of this Nuzlocke than there are rules written down on this goddamn notepad. Look in those rules if you're confused about something. Oh, this is great. I'm going to spend some time getting to know my little Froakie. What are you going to do, Booga? Well, first of all, I'm going to save the game, because... yeah. And then... we're going to go in the grass and we're going to see who our next friend is going to be. I believe we're good on Pokeballs, right? Yeah, we have 10. We should be fine. None of the Pokemon have, like, that crazy low of catch rates. So, yeah, from here, not very likely to happen, but the Pokemon I would most like to get would either be Bunnelby, Azurill, or Dunsparce. Just because, again, Dunsparce would just be so fun to use. It's like a total of 35% chance combined. It's definitely possible. Not favorable, though. We get Pidgey. Okay. That's alright. The big thing is I have Caterpie, which will evolve into, well, Metapod now. Oh, and also I forgot to update the image. Caterpie has now evolved. Sorry, I've been yapping for so long that I forgot to actually, you know, replace the images as I go. There we go. Metapod's here. I don't want to try using Tackle. I probably wouldn't do that much damage, but I'm just gonna throw Pokeballs with it being at full health. Again, the catch rate should be high. It should be like about a third chance per ball. But if I gotta use Tackle, I'll use Tackle. has not shaken. I'll go for a tackle if it doesn't catch on the next ball after this one. Nice. Okay, we're good. Pidgey was caught. It is docile and prefers to avoid conflict. If disturbed, however, it can ferociously strike back. It's a very simple bird. We'll just name it Arrow. Alright, Arrow the Pidgey is now on the team. Let's check its nature. I think its ability is always Tangled Feet. No, it can be Keen Eye as well. Yeah, Keen Eye and Neutral Nature. Oh, this is the third Neutral Nature I've gotten. I mean, I'll take it. Neutral Nature means that I don't have anything working against me actively. Okay, we're gonna ignore these trainers for a little bit. I just want to get to the Pokemon Center first. Coming through. Okay. We're gonna get a tutorial about the Pokemon. I'm just gonna skip it. We know how Pokemon Centers work. Come on. No other Pokemon game has ever really needed a tutorial for the Pokemon Center. But this is also Gen 5 was the one where Pokemarts and Poke Centers got combined into one, which great change. Fantastic. But it carried over to Gen 6. Alright. Pidgey is only level 4, so that's going to be kind of annoying to level her up, but let's fight these two trainers, get what experience they can give me, and what little money they give me, because I promise you they're not going to be giving a lot. Preschooler Ella sent out Peach. Where did you get this Pichu from? Where in the world did you get this Pichu from? You can't find Pichu anywhere around here. You can find Pikachu. This kid just game sharked into Pichu. Cheating. And of course, there I am getting staticked. Let me go to Metapod as well. I don't think this is going to give a lot of experience, but might as well, just so that everyone gets to join in on the fun here. Charm. I mean, you're on like 1 HP, so Tackle definitely is going to take you out. Alright, Pidgey got to level 5. Pichu, did we lose? I think you did. You lost your Nuzlocke. Be a better trainer next time. Let me heal up and then I'll fight the other person as well. Then there's also a trainer like past like all the grass south of the city here. Oh, and also I keep forgetting. We have to put Pidgey on the left side of the screen because we got Pidgey now. There you go. Pidgey man is here. Or Pidgey girl is here because it's a female Pidgey. Okay, we're gonna fight you. Pidgey's still in the lead slot. Yep, it's good. Mommy told me that I should battle anyone who greets me. Your mom is a terrible parent. Swap to Ziggy, then I'll swap to Metapod so everyone gets all this experience. It's not going to be much, it's only level 2, but because it's a trainer Pokemon, it does give more experience than a wild, so I think it's still worth it to do all this. Metapod has to get to level 10 to evolve into Butterfree. And unfortunately, if I'm not mistaken, you don't get Sleep Powder on Butterfree until after the first gym, which really sucks, because it would have been a lot better to have Sleep Powder. But it is what it is. Caterpie is down. Azurill, it's level 4. This might give a little bit more experience. It's always weird to me that they made Azurill a normal fairy type. Like, well, I guess before Gen 6 it was just normal. I never understood why it's a normal type. Why didn't they make it a water type? Especially because Azurill was like, you know, was added in with like Gen 3 onward, right? But Gen 2, Marill and Azumarill already existed. So I don't know. They went out of their way to make a normal type pre-evolution. I don't know. I kind of wonder how good Marill would be in like Little Cup if it was legal, right? Like if Azurill didn't exist, if Azurill didn't exist, like how good would Marill be in Little Cup? Because you gotta understand, it's got huge power, so it can hit pretty hard. Got good bulk, right? And obviously a very good typing. I think it would be solid. Might not be like the de facto best or anything like that, but I think it would still be good. Alright, let's head on over down here, see what items there are to get. We're going to fight this trainer. Digi's at level 6, that's fine then. My Pokemon and I are studying. Want to join us? Doesn't really look like you're studying right now. I mean, wearing a backpack does not mean that you're studying. Studying nature. It's a Bidoof. I love it. Bidoof is absolute peak Pokemon design. No one can tell me differently. Is it simple? Yes. Quite literally, because that's one of its abilities. But it's fantastic. Like there is no other way you could design him. It's fantastic. Wow, Bidoof actually did some decent damage. 3 level disadvantage and it did 6 with tackle. It also probably has 0 IVs across the board too, because it's being used by a preschool trainer or whatever. Maybe, I don't know if it's a preschool trainer. Just, it's a It's a kid, though, so I can't imagine it has IVs. That was a crit. Yeah, critical hits in this game, this was the generation that made it so crits are now a 1.5 multiplier for damage. But there's still a 1 in 16 chance to crit in this game. Gen 7 onward, it became a 1 in 24 chance to crit. But this game, it's still 1 in 16. But I definitely appreciate that in this game, crits aren't as lethal as they are in other games. Not to say they still can't be lethal, just they're not as bad. Alright. Let's fight this next guy, and then we can go to the Pokemon Center. Hand Sage. He's gonna have all of the monkeys, isn't he? That's pretty cool. I like it. I'll go to Metapod on Pan Sage then. Metapod might get close to level 10 here, depending on if it can outlast Pan Sage. Should be. Yeah. Okay. How much experience does Pan Sage give at level 3? Probably like 60? 40. Not even close. I thought because it was used by a trainer it would be a little bit buff, but no. Well, also, I gotta factor in that I'm 6 levels higher than that, and that does influence how much experience you get for beating up a Pokemon. It might have actually been 60 if I was level 3, but I'm level 9. Three damage with a crit. God dang, is this Pidgey like perfect IVs in defense or something? What happened? That was another crit. What is going on with these crits? I think that's the third time I've been critting like 4 or 5 attacks. Interesting. Alright. We've beaten the school kid. Took his lunch money. Let's head on up and get another encounter just before I leave the grass. I love that. Alright. Well, while I'm here, I might as well fight it. Because I believe... So, there's one more place we can get an encounter from before we do the gym. And I believe there's a trainer you have to fight before you can do that, that has like a Lit Leo that's actually pretty decently leveled. And my team's not very good against a Pokemon like Lit Leo right now. You know, I've got 2 Pokemon that are weak to fire, and 2 Pokemon that just aren't very strong, don't have a lot of good moves. So I definitely think we should be a little bit careful about that. Does it only know Protect at this level? I think it might only know Protect. If it's going to use Protect on this turn, then I guess I'll swap to Zigzagoon. I don't know how much experience Burmy gives, but... Oh, it failed because I swapped. Right. Alright, well, I think Protect only has 10 PP, so we might actually see it struggle. Probably not, though. I think Zigzagoon's got it. Nice. Okay. It gives 32 XP. Nothing too crazy. How much does Metapod need to level up to 10? 88. Not too much. Alright, let me heal up. I'm gonna get Metapod to 10 before we go up to get the next encounter. Again, last encounter before we do the gym. So hopefully we get something really good. There is also one Pokemon in the wild that is actually really good for this first gym, but it's kind of tricky to catch a little bit. Not too bad. It's Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd, who very much has never been used by anybody, actually does have some decent use for this game, really just because the first gym is the bug type gym, and obviously Farfetch'd is a decently powerful Pokemon for this point in the game, and has a good matchup with bug types. And because of that, it actually can be used and can perform really well. Alright, Pikachu, we're gonna go ahead and take you out, hopefully with 2 attacks. And Pikachu should give decent experience. It gives 64. Wow, okay, sure. Why Pikachu gives that much experience, I'm not exactly sure. It gave double the amount that Burmy gave, and Burmy was 1 level higher than it. Dunsparce, why couldn't you have been a shiny? Then I could have legally caught you for this run. I can't hold it against it. Look at his face. Always check your item bag real quick for HP up, protein, calcium, iron, zinc, and carbos. Well, I don't have any of those because Zigzagoon doesn't have like pickup or anything to get that. If I did have them, I would absolutely, like, you know, sell those for some money right now to buy more Pokeballs. Never a bad thing to do. Let me swap out. I mean, Zigzagoon's going to give a lot of experience, so I definitely think we should probably try to spread the wealth here. But yeah, we're early in the run. I don't think we have any of the vitamins in our pocket. And I don't think you're going to find them, like, you know, with, like, the item finder or anything. I don't think you're going to find that until probably at least, like, the second gym. I had to tail whip him. He's defense curling too much. It's really making me upset. Oh, it knows rollout? Oh, shoot. Really? Huh. Zigzagoon, are you the fastest Pokemon I have, or... Yeah, you are the fastest. You should outspeed. I'd be shocked if you didn't. It also used Defense Curl and then Rollout, so that's actually a really powerful move. I didn't know it knew that at level 5. That's crazy. What a moveset. Defense Curl, Rollout, Rage, and I don't know if it used another move. But that's a really good early game moveset. You have a way to increase your attack, you have a way to increase your defense, and also power up Rollout, and then you can just go. That's insane. Wow. Dangerous Dunsparce builds. Yeah, they really wanted Dunsparce to be like a appealing option for people to use. They're like, look how good he is. Surely he's gonna stay like that the whole game. Like, I knew he learned rollout. I just didn't think he had it at level 5. I thought maybe that was like level 10 or something. Alright, let's get experience from Azrael. I think this might be enough to get Metapod to 10. It's either just barely going to get us there or just barely not. I think it needs to be like 20 something. 27, that should be enough. Yeah. No, that Dunsparce comes pre-built. He is built different, I'll tell you that. Wormy is evolving, and now I can update the picture. Because Metapod... I'll wait for it to be official. Is now Butterfree. And Butterfree learns Confusion. Very good. Alright, let me reorder moves here. Put rollout there. Yeah, okay, we're good. Alright, well now we've got Butterfree, which is great. I'm gonna put Butterfree in the back because I don't want it to overlevel too much right now, but level cap is 12. So we still have a little bit of cushion here. Alright, and now let's go get our 5th party member from Route 22? I don't know Kalos well enough. 22, let's go. Not enough suffering yet this run, by the way. The stream gods, aka me, are getting angry. Listen, it's a slow start, you know. The early game of a lot of Pokemon games isn't that bad. Although the gym leader is actually going to be kind of tough, especially because I picked Chespin. Even though Chespin has rollout, I mean, that Vivian is very powerful. And crazily enough, even though like X and Y gets such a bad rap for like the difficulty curve of it, the gym leaders, every one of them have like 22 IVs, I believe, across the board for all their Pokemon. So they're actually really good. I learned all my Pokemon battling techniques from Viola, the gym leader. The only thing is that they usually don't use a lot of Pokemon. That's the big issue. Psyduck. Alright, let's tackle it. See how much damage this does. Probably a 3-shot. Tail Whip. Come on, Ziggy. Honestly, the super tough early game Bug Gym was kind of exhausted with Bugsy. That Technician boosted Scyther in Soul Silver is just brutal. Oh my god, yeah. In Soul Silver, I don't think it would be as bad if Scyther wasn't the lead Pokemon, right? If Scyther was like the ace that comes out at the end, I think it would have been perfectly okay. They purposefully... He's the only trainer in that game that leads with his ace. The only one who does that. They intentionally designed that man to be a problem. Alright, then we got Lit Leo, so we do have to be careful about this guy. This is the one trainer I did remember. Let's go to Pidgey, I guess. Yeah, see, that's that. Oh, does it have rivalry? Well, no. Paul, what are we talking about? Rivalry only increases attack, not special attack. What are we talking about? But that did 9. Wow. What are they giving to these kids? Their Pokemon is doing this much damage. Level 7, it does 9 damage with Ember. That's absurd. Wait, did it crit the last time? Why did it do 6 that? Didn't Zigzagoon and Pidgey have the same? It must have crit. It must have crit, yeah, because Pidgey and Zigzagoon have the same special defense stat. I guess I just didn't see it. I've been getting crit a lot in this run, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed it, but these last, like, 3-4 trainer battles, I think I've gotten, like, crit 5 or 6 times. It's been kind of crazy. Alright, we have Headbutt, so let's use that. Let's see how much damage we do. Maybe we get a flinch. I think Leer is fine. We'll just go Headbutt again. Nice. We get a crit. Let's go. Huge. Finally nice to get one to go my way. We get Gust on Pidgey. Awesome. In a way, they still go easy on you with Bugsy, though, since it should have Technician boosted wing attack, too. Well, yeah, they don't want to go too hard on you. But it is still scary. Also, I think usually Scyther will set up Focus Energy on its first turn. Like, normally, unless it sees a kill, it'll usually click Focus Energy. Which, obviously, if it uses U-turn, it's a complete waste of time, because it only increases the crit rate for that one turn, and then it has to reset it again. So they kind of do, like, make it a little bit more easy. But if you don't know how the AI works, then you're not going to know that that's something that you can exploit. Alright, so let's see what our encounter is going to be. I guess we'll lead with Zigzagoon still. Also, let me put Headbutt at the top of its moveset. Okay, I'm going to save the game. Alright, what Pokemon are we getting from here? There's a fair amount of them are good. There's also very low chance. But you could get Riolu, and that would be a pretty dang cool Pokemon to get. I mean, you are guaranteed to get a Lucario later on. But wouldn't it be fun to get a Riolu here and be able to train it up and not have to use the guaranteed one? That would be kind of cool. We'll see who we get, though. We get Bunnelby. Fun fact about Bunnelby. Throughout all of my Nuzlocke adventures, I've gotten exactly one shiny from Nuzlocking Generation 6, and that shiny Pokemon was Bunnelby. I got it, I think, from Santaloon Forest, but yep. And in an absolute display, just a power move, I did to that Bunnelby exactly what I'm going to do to this one. If you know, you know. First we caught it. It doesn't really matter what we name it, because I got something special for it. It has ears like shovels. Digging holes strengthens its ears so much that they can sever thick roots effortlessly. Female bunny. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a cartoon bunny or something. Oh, there's that like Zootopia one, right? Like, is it Judy? Sure. It is now. I don't know if you spell with a Y or IE. I don't know, but I never actually watched Zootopia, but I had friends that really liked the movie, and they told me about it a lot. Where? Hold on, I gotta remember where it is. Where is it? Is it It's one of the houses on the left side, I'm pretty sure. It's not this. Oh my goodness. Getting all sorts of tutorials about how to play the game. I just need to know where the guy is. I don't think it's either of you two. But do you give me anything by talking to you? Nope. Okay, then it's gotta be the one in the second row, which I was going to, and then I was an idiot and was like, no, it's not this one. Yes, I believe it's this guy. If we trade Pokemon, you and I will become acquaintances. So how about it? Why don't you trade a Bunnelby for my Farfetch'd? In an absolute power move that no one could have expected. The first shiny I ever found in Generation 6, from Nuzlocking at least, I traded away. I caught him, and I traded him for Farfetch'd. And I didn't regret it at all, because Farfetch'd absolutely destroys the first gym. And we are going to do it again. It had pickup, it had a jolly nature, which is actually pretty solid. But I'd rather have Farfetch'd. We are allowed to trade Pokemon per the rules. I did have it listed in the rule set. As long as you meet the requirements, you're allowed to trade. And how trades work is very simple. So now Bunnelby, the encounter for Route 22, goes from Bunnelby to Farfetch'd. Right? Very simple. So if I encounter Bunnelby again, which I don't know if you actually can encounter Bunnelby again. I don't think it shows up anywhere else, maybe. But if I do encounter it again, it's not species clause. Cliff sent over Quacklin. I completely forgot that's the name of the goddamn thing. The only one I remember, Ducks, I think, is the name of the traded one in like Gold, Silver, Crystal. I think it's Ducks the Farfetch'd. But I did not remember Quacklin. I think Quacklin always has like the jolly nature, and I think I don't know, because I know in Ultra Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, like the Hawlucha that you trade for at the very beginning always is guaranteed to have like perfect attack IVs. I don't know if that's the same with Farfetch'd, if the IVs are like somewhat consistent, but I'm pretty sure the nature is consistent, the jolly nature. And yeah, what level is Farfetch'd? 10. But like, look at this move set though. This is an absolutely solid move set right now. You got Aerial Ace, which 60 power, never misses, stab, right? Fury Cutter, which in this game, honestly not that bad. Like, it's 40 base power, bug type, and it gets stronger every time it hits. Fury Attack's not really that great, but eventually it's going to get Swords Dance. This is just a complete guaranteed win having him on our team. And it's a good thing too, because if I didn't get, if I didn't have Farfetch'd, we were going to have to hope that rollout didn't miss, because otherwise I don't know how I would beat Viola. Hey stranger, isn't cruising around town on your roller skates the best thing ever? Wait, do you mean to tell me that you don't even own a pair of roller skates? How about this? If you beat me in a Pokemon battle, I'll give you a pair. I can never say a no to a contest, not me, so how about it? Do you want a battle? Let's do it. Whether it's Pokemon or roller skates, speed is important. What a coincidence, you're using Zigzagoon? I am also using Zigzagoon. But my Zigzagoon is better. Watch this headbutt. Tackle for 6 damage, pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. You wrapped up the battle before I could reach my top speed. We get some money, I guess. 224. Wow, that was amazing. You might have been stronger than a gym leader. Alright, here you go. One spiffy pair of roller skates, just as I promised. How expensive are roller skates? How much money is this person basically giving me? Listen up. I'll read you the instructions for your new pair of roller skates, okay? Our roller skates snap right onto any shoe so that you can glide your way around. Oh, so okay. So it's not like she's not like giving me like actual shoes. She's just giving me the actual skate part. Well, I don't know how expensive that is still. All you need to do is move the circle pad to get those wheels going. That's all there is to it. So go on, it's your turn. Try gliding about like me. Alright, let me heal up the 6 damage that Zigzagoon took, as I'm going to run into every single, you know, building and street lamp now that I have the skates. I can't wait until we get the bike, because the bike is so much easier to maneuver, and you go faster. It's great. But that doesn't happen, I think, until we get to the second gym area. So we're just going to have to make do with the skates. Alright, Santa Luna City Gym. We're going to clear out all the trainers first, and then I'm going to make sure to get everyone to the level cap. As I've mentioned before, I like fighting most of the trainers I come across. I don't really like dodging trainers. I think it's a bit lame to do that. Hey, are you a challenger? Come on, show me your Pokemon. I mean, you're here to prove that you're the very best like no one ever was. Like, you can't shy away from a challenge. Come on now. How in the world does Headbutt only do like a, maybe not even a third? Ladybug has paper defense. How in the world are we not just like two-shotting him? I know he's got a 1 level advantage, but come on, Ziggy. He was in a 70 base power stab move. Here, I want to get everyone else some experience too, so I'm going to go to Arrow. Go to Jug, go to Wormy. Just getting everyone involved to get the experience for this, because it's a level 10 Pokemon. It should be a decent amount, even if it is just a Ladybug. Ladybug is a very unfortunate Pokemon. Really, it's Ledian that's the more unfortunate one, but I will say, I had a run. It was a randomized run. It was like a Soul Link I did in Ultra Sun. And I had a Ledian that had the most cracked moveset ever. We didn't randomize the actual learn set of the Pokemon. We just randomized like the TMs. But the compatibility was still the same. And this Ledian was able to learn Spectral Thief, Tail Glow, Coil, Agility, and Baton Pass. So it literally had no attacks other than Spectral Thief, and all I did was just set up with it and then Baton Pass over to another Pokemon and have that one sweep. It was the greatest thing in the world. The most usage that Ledian has ever gotten. Alright, everyone should level up a good amount here. Everyone is now level 10. You get to see all kinds of Pokemon by hanging out in the gym. Well, all kinds of Pokemon that follow the same archetype of the gym, which is Bug for this one. Oh my goodness. Just gonna go heal up really quick. Be smart about this. We're in no rush. We've been going for almost 2 hours. It's actually crazy. I for the most part, I've been yapping a lot though, so that definitely explains a fair amount of time being kind of being used up. Just me going on rants and tangents and talking to chat, but it's all right. I don't know. We'll probably like play for like another hour or so after this, but probably the biggest thing we're gonna do in the stream is just do the first gym. All right. Let's head to the next trainer, which is this guy. Oh, gotta go around. I know you can follow the dewdrops. I know that if you follow that path, you don't have to deal with the trainers, but again, that's lame. Alright, we got speed, but does it even know an attacking move, or is it only going to have harden or something? It's gotta know its attacking move. This is the only Pokemon he has, and it's a gym leader trainer. No way it doesn't have some way of hitting. Yeah, it knows tackle, okay. Alright, we're gonna swap into everybody. Again, we just want to make sure they get all this experience. We do not have the experience share yet, so this is like the best way to get a decent amount. Okay. And now Farfetch comes out, and Aerial Ace probably just one-shots it. I don't even know if the Spupa knows Harden, because it hasn't used it a single time. It's just been using Tackle the whole fight. No, it does not one-shot. Oh, no, it does know Harden. That's the first time it decided to use it, I guess. Alright, Aerial Ace will take it. That's got to be decent experience. 240 for Quackland, but he's a traded Pokemon, so he gets more than usual. 160 for everybody else. It's enough to get Pidgey up, and enough to get Chespin up. Chespin's learning Bite. Sure, why not? We'll take it over Tackle, I guess. Wow, you evolved quickly too. Well, I don't think we took too much damage from that, so let's just go. That's fine. Oh my god, I keep getting stuck. Such weak prey. You've been caught right up in my spider web. It'd be kind of funny if they actually knew the move spider web on one of their Pokemon. But I don't think Kakuna can learn that. Is it going to be Kakuna and Metapod? That's going to be pretty cool. Alright, once again, we're going to sub everybody in to get this experience. After we do Gym 1, I will allow myself to use rare candies. But I want to do the first gym, grinding the normal way. So that it's kind of like we earn the right to use the rare candies. I don't like to just immediately allow myself to rare candy. Okay. And then we swap to Farfetch'd and take it out. There is still one other Pokemon. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Alright, Quackland is going to two-shot it. It is astounding that we can't one-shot any of these guys, but... it's fine. You're doing great, Farfetch. Don't let anyone tell you differently. Baby Doll Eyes? I mean, it's a priority move. That's kind of just a better growl. Growl, I guess, has the upside of hitting both Pokemon in a double battle, but you're not going to be in double battles very often. Alright, I'm not going to do the swap thing. We're just going to take out the Combe. Okay, so now we just have to get everyone leveled up to 12. And we are ready to go for the first gym. And I have a feeling that things are going to go pretty well. And this run will get started on a very good note. Alright. Let's go to the Pokemon Center. Heal up. There's a couple of trainers we can fight over in Route 22, so I might go do that just to help make grinding go a little bit quicker here. Also can get some money from them and any items that are nearby. So yeah, we'll keep leading with Zigzagoon here. I don't know how much more experience everyone needs to get to 12, but I don't think it's too much. Maybe for Butterfree it will be, because I think Butterfree has a slower experience group. Alright, Goldeen. Okay, well, Zigzagoon is just barely level 11, so it's going to need a lot. Alright, Headbutt should kill. How much experience is this? 81, okay. Like about a fifth of its XP, I think. Maybe a sixth. Alright, Headbutt. Meryl should give decent experience, right? It's an evolved Pokemon. $112? Yeah, that's pretty good. The water type user here. Alright, is there like an item down here? Oh, they just do the show that there's an item past that ledge, I guess. Those two I don't think are trainers, but this guy is. Okay. Riolu, okay. I think Riolu is going to know counter, if I'm not mistaken, so we definitely don't want to headbutt him. So Wormy should be fine to go to, because Confusion's a special attacking move, so counter doesn't work on special attacks. You have to use Mirror Coat for that. Speaking of counter, there it is. Alright, and Riolu probably just gets destroyed by that. I'll be sure to learn from this defeat and improve myself. Well, that's a great positive outlook. Alright, let's fight this guy. You know what this is, right? It's the beginning of a Pokemon battle. Yep. I've been in like 15 of them at this point, so I think I know what they look like. We got Pidgey. Is this going to be enough to get Zigzagoon up? Maybe. It might just barely miss. Headbutt. Finally, I've gotten a flinch. I think that's the first time Headbutt has ever flinched. Alright, and then Metapod, okay. So this definitely will get Zigzagoon to 12. So he'll be all good. How close is everyone else? Pidgey just needs 81. Chespin just needs 52. Alright, sub them both in here. This might be enough experience to get both of them to level 12. And then we just had to get Butterfree up. Alright. And Butterfree, go ahead and destroy your sun. Go ahead and use Confusion. Honestly surprised that I didn't just one-shot it. I'm kind of shocked. That's alright. We two-shot it. And hopefully it gives enough experience for everyone to get up high enough. It just barely doesn't level up Pidgey then. I think Pidgey's like 12 away. Dang. It's alright. May have lost, but that doesn't devalue the effort my Pokemon put in. Why did you choose Chespin? I did it because I've done 2 other runs off stream. With the same general rule set. And I used Froakie and Fennekin in those runs. So I'm using Chespin in this one. Because I've never done a hardcore Deathless Nuzlocke with Chespin as my guy. Hold on, I'm trying to fight this person. Thank you. The skates are kind of pissing me off. Hey, how's it going? It's going good, Meepus. How are you doing? And we just started a new run for Pokemon Y. And we're about to do the first gym. Just have to get Butterfree up to level 12 here. And then everyone will be at the level cap, and we can go for it. And hopefully, everything goes exactly as I expect it to. You're chill? Awesome. Glad to hear it. Hopefully this Bunnelby can die from confusion. Nice. Is that enough experience to get Butterfree to the next level? No. Tell you the truth, Bunnelby is the only Pokemon I've got. I figured that out. Alright. Are you a trainer? You are, okay. I care less about battling than just showing off my awesome Pokemon to everyone. That was me for a while. Man, I remember when Pokemon was like really goddamn popular at my school. Like that was kind of like around when I was like maybe 10, 11 years old. Everyone was bringing their Pokemon to school. That was around the era that like the Pokewalker came out. That was like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, where the Pokewalker came out. Everyone was showing off their Pokemon. It was a great time. Alright, let's get this full baby out of here. And that should be enough experience to get Butterfree to 12. Yes. Alright, so now everyone's level 12. We're learning Poison Powder. I guess, yeah, get rid of String Shot, I guess. Stun Spore? Sure. Get rid of Poison Powder for that. Are we going to learn all 3? Or do we also learn Sleep Powder as well? Okay, well then... Forget everything. We're putting Sleep Powder on. I didn't know if we got Sleep Powder later on or not, but... Oh, also, I am so stupid. This whole time, I haven't... There we go. I had Farfetch'd pulled up for the 5th slot, and I haven't put him on the screen. I had it turned off. I'm so stupid. Yeah, we have Farfetch as the 5th party member. Sorry for not having the bottom left be updated properly. I've never really looked in depth into Pokemon and their games. I watched a handful of episodes as a kid and was thinking about getting into the games as they seem fun. They are fun. Definitely like the newer games, I think the quality is dipping. But the old games are absolute classics. Anything from like the Game Boy or DS era is pretty good. Even the 3DS era I think are still okay. They're still good. But they, you know, the 3DS era, like from that point on where they added like gimmicks into the game. And sometimes people really like the gimmicks. I think a lot of people liked Mega Evolution. But then there's stuff like Z-Move and Dynamaxing, which I think reception towards those gimmicks were a lot more negative. But the core function of the game is fun. It's a simple game, you know. You don't really have to know too much to be able to pick it up and understand, at least to some extent, how to play it. Oh, Pidgey is not level 12. I forgot. Neither is Farfetch'd. Oh, I'm stupid. How close is Farfetch'd? Farfetch'd is 17 away. I don't know why I thought they were already at the level. Let me just go to the grass really quick. Hold on, the Pokemon there are going to be higher level. Let me go back this way. Is your team strength pretty equal, or is there a carry among them? So, right now, I think Farfetch'd is probably my best. Just because, well, I guess it's between Butterfree and Farfetch'd, because the thing is, both Farfetch'd and Butterfree are fully evolved. So they're, you know, as of right now, they are stronger just because they've got, like, the base stats on their side. Like, you can see, like, almost every, I think every stat is better for Farfetch'd than, like, Pidgey, for example, right? So, because of that, yes, Farfetch'd and Butterfree are better than the rest of the team, but when everyone's able to fully evolve, I think that's going to change a lot. But for this first gym, we've got a, we're doing like the bug type gym, and bug type Pokemon are weak to flying types. So Farfetch'd is going to be really, really good for that because he has Aerial Ace. So he can just destroy them. Alright, put Farfetch'd in the lead slot. I don't think I have any held items to give anyone. I'll just double check really quick. No, we have nothing. We have absolutely nothing. So Farfetch'd is going to be my lead. We're going to just, I guess, recover the PP I used. But then we're ready to go for the first gym. And Viola only has 2 Pokemon. Her lead is a Surskit that I think is like level... It's either level 10 or level 11. And then the Vivian she has, which is way scarier. That's level 12. It's a fully evolved Pokemon. It's got pretty solid attack stats. Let me also... Doesn't someone give you like a Great Ball? Yeah, okay. Just wanted to get that really quick. But the Vivian is pretty scary. It's got Tackle, Infestation, and Harden, I think is its moveset. Infestation is a move that traps you in for 2 to 5 turns. It also does damage over time. It's like 1/8 of your health every turn. So it can be pretty scary to get trapped by that, especially because she'll heal her Pokemon with potions. And I can't, because this is a hardcore Nuzlocke, so we're not allowed to use items in battle. But if we make it a quick fight, we don't have to worry about the residual damage adding up. So I'm hoping with Farfetch'd we can just kind of overpower her team and win quickly. That's to not draw it out. Alright. Yeah, Farfetch'd is my lead. Let's go ahead and do this. That determined expression, that glint in your eye that says you're up to the challenge. It's fantastic, just fantastic. Is this your first time challenging a gym? Fantastic. Whether it's the tears of frustration that follow a loss, or the blossoming of joy that comes with victory, they're both great subjects for my camera. Fantastic. They'll also just be fantastic. I guess fantastic's the word of the day. Now come at me. My lens is always focused on victory. I won't let anything ruin this shot. Okay. You know, you could turn the flash off, you know. Or at least warn me when you're about to take a photo. It's pretty rude. Alright, is it level 10 or 11? I can't remember what Surskit is. 10, yeah. I'm pretty sure Aerial Ace will do enough to either take it out or put it in potion range. It uses quick attack, does 4 damage, it's fine. Yeah, it just takes it out. Right, can we at least see the picture? Yeah, I mean, what if it's a bad photo? What if I blinked? Alright, it's gonna use Tackle. Does 7 damage, that's fine, yeah. I don't believe that the early game gym leaders actually have smart AI. I don't think they do. Maybe. But I don't think they do. I think they just pick moves. Maybe they're weighted towards certain ones, but they're not guaranteed to pick anything, I don't think. Alright. Quackland learns Knock Off. It's a 65 base power dark type move. Take it over Leer, I guess. Alright. You and your Pokemon have shown me a whole new depth of field. Fantastic, just fantastic. The amount of times we're saying the word fantastic. We get a lot of money, at least, for doing that. So that's a great time. Young trainer, you... No, it wasn't you alone. You and your Farfetch have shown me a whole new depth of field. Fantastic, just fantastic. I'm gonna lose my mind. If I have to say the word fantastic one more time. Receive the bug badge from Viola. With that bug badge, Pokemon up to level 30 will listen to your orders in battle. Yep, even if you get them from trades. And here, this TM commemorates your win against a pro photog like me. Who in the world refers to themselves as a photog? Is the word photographer that long that we can't just say that? Oh my goodness. We get Infestation. Using a TM like that one there lets you teach your Pokemon some new moves quicker than a Shutter set to 1 over 1,000 can snapshot. Sure. TMs are some of the best gear around. They're point and click easy, and you can use them over and over again. Now the TM that I just gave you is for a move called Infestation. Use it and it'll be impossible for your opponent to flee from battle. Now then, can you zoom in a bit and check the tent behind me? Take the stairs that you find beyond it and you'll be back up to the entrance faster than a flash. Nice. I don't know how the staircase connects to here, but I guess I didn't play a part in the infrastructure of the Pokemon gym. Whoa, would you look at the bug badge? Nice, very, very nice, future champ. I bet that schmancy pants professor who gave you your first Pokemon would be amazed to see it. After you heal up your Pokemon in the Pokemon Center, why don't you head up to the Pokemon Lab in Lumia City and show it to him, huh? Sure. Why not? Okay. So let's go heal up. Not much damage that we took in that fight, but it's always better to be safe. And now we're able to go further north, and we'll get our next encounter from Route 4. And there's one Pokemon in particular I would love to get from Route 4. But we'll see if we're lucky enough to get it or not. There's also a hidden item, I think, in... Okay, I guess we're gonna have to do this. Hidden item right here. It's just an antidote, but we'll take it. Oh, new Pokemon. Fantastic, just fantastic. God dang it. I thought we were done with this. Oh, you are, aren't you? You're one of the kids who got a Pokemon from Augustine Sycamore, right? Would you look at that? You got a bug badge. Looks like I might have a new scoop. Is that really worth writing something about in like a newspaper or something? I don't know. Seems like a waste of journalism. To beat Viola at your young age, you really are something, aren't you? Oh, sorry, I never did introduce myself, did I? I'm Alexa, the gym leader who just faced Viola is my younger sister. I work as a journalist myself. Here, why don't you take this to celebrate getting your first badge? The experience share, which has been reworked insanely in this game, and for every future game. Back in Gen 6 and Gen 7, you're actually able to toggle the experience share on and off. Now, from Gen 8 onwards, it's been that it's just on by default and you have no way of turning it off, which is honestly kind of annoying for Nuzlocking. But it just means that Pokemon that don't participate in battle still gain 50% of the experience that the people who do participate get, which is really nice. If you have an experience share and you turn it on, all the Pokemon on your team get experience points even if they don't appear in battle. I hope it helps you with your training. I work at the big publishing house up in Lumio City. Feel free to stop by anytime if you have the next big scoop to share with me. Okay. So here we are, Route 4. So, from here, we're able to get a new encounter, because obviously it's a new area. And the big encounter I want to get, I believe it's only a 30% chance. I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, it's a 30% chance that we get, or actually a little bit more, because there's different variants that can appear here. The one I would love to get more than anything would be Flabebe. It's a fairy type Pokemon, which is the new typing added in this generation. And it evolves into Florges at its max potential. It is a fantastic Pokemon, very strong, very bulky, has a way to heal itself. It's just very good. So, yeah, we have a, looks like a 35% chance of getting Flabebe. I wouldn't be upset with getting Badoo or Ralts either. Those would be pretty solid as well. There's also a chance we get Combee. Which, if it's a female Combee, I guess you'd be okay with that. But if it's male, it can't evolve, and that's kind of a problem. There's also Lidiba as well, which I don't think is going to have much of a role on the team either. It's really just about whether or not we like the color yellow or color red more, because that's what we're more likely to get. The color Flabebe form we're more likely to get based off of the flower patch we go into. Let's show some love for the yellow Flabebe. Come on, manifest yellow Flabebe. Or really just any Flabebe, but I guess we're just never going to get an encounter. There we go. Alright. We're going to get yellow Flabebe. Let's go. Meepus, that was all you. Fantastic, just fantastic. Alright. Now we just got to weaken this guy a little bit. Well, I don't know. We might not have to weaken it. I don't really think we're going to be able to weaken it very easily. I mean, I can put it to sleep. That's something we can do. That increases the catch rate. I swear, she's really making me want to say fantastic. I had to read it about 12 times. Wow, another critical hit. Okay. Well, maybe if I catch a Pokemon that can crit a lot, maybe I'll inherit the good luck for this run. Alright. Flabebe is asleep. It'll stay asleep for another, well, it could wake up next turn, but it also could stay asleep for another 2 turns max. Big thing is it increases the catch rate by a little bit, and hopefully it's enough for this Pokeball right here to catch. Alright, Flabebe was caught. What? Okay. Someone's gotta help me out here, because I'm no botanist, so I don't know a lot of flowers. What's like a good name for like a yellow flower? What kind of yellow flowers are there? When it finds a flower it likes, it dwells on that flower its whole life long. It floats in the wind's embrace with an untroubled heart. All I know are sunflowers. Yeah, right. I don't know. I mean, one I can think of is like Buttercup. Is there anything else? Could go with Buttercup. Buttercup's not a bad one. Honestly, Flabebe kind of looks like a Buttercup too. Yeah, let's do it. Name her fantastic. I can't do that to my girl, little Flowette here. If I have to look at that name every goddamn time I see Flabebe, I'm just gonna keep thinking of Viola. I'm gonna drive myself crazy. All right, Buttercup it is. Alright. We go back and... I don't really think we took that much damage. I think we only took like one fairy wind. Well, let me also see what nature Flabebe has as well. We're hoping for plus special attack. Okay, plus special attack minus special defense. It's not the best, because special defense is also something you would rather have on Flabebe, but plus special attack minus special defense, that's okay. We'll take it. Could have been worse. It could have been plus attack. Plus attack would do nothing for me. Alright, and now let me... introduce you to our 6th party member in the bottom left corner. There we go. Now we got a full team. Got a full team in the bottom left. And we'll be able to sub out some Pokemon later on once we get more added to our team. Alright. I think let's have Jug take the lead for a little while. And let me get that item over there. Is there a trainer over here? There might be. If there is, I'll fight him. I wanna fight a lot of the trainers here. Okay. Great ball. Sure thing. I do think I need to buy more Pokeballs. I think I only have like 5 left. I have 4. 4 Pokeballs and 2 Great Balls. Yeah, I should definitely buy more. If I could stop bumping into the hedge. Trying to navigate when you have the skates is actually criminal. I just didn't want to walk through the grass, but... Alright, hold on. Oh, also, I think if you go in here, you can get, like, X attacks and X defense from somebody. I think it's this guy. We can just sell these for some money. We're not allowed to use items in battle, and that includes the X items. So just selling them for, like, I don't know, maybe 700 bucks is probably going to be a lot better than holding on to it. Go over here. Is it the left counter that gives Pokeballs? Yep, okay. Alright, we're gonna sell. Are there any banned Pokemon from the Nuzlocke, or is it only level restrictions? There are level restrictions, but we're banning legendaries specifically. So eventually in the game you'll get the what's known as the box art legendary, because it's the legendary that's on the front cover of the game, right? Its name is Yveltal, and it's a dark flying type that has like a base stat total of 680, which is monstrous. But that's not allowed. We're not allowed to catch that guy. Because the game would be pretty easy if I allowed myself to use something as broken as that. But all the other Pokemon that aren't legendaries are totally fair game. Do you replace it with another encounter or just discard it? You don't have to catch it. Yeah, they don't force you to catch the legendary. So you can either beat it up, you can run from it, I think. Maybe you can't run from it. Maybe you have to just beat it up. Yeah, but they don't make you catch it. I think the only game that actually kind of made you catch the legendary was Black and White. I think you have to catch... I thought there might be a hidden item there. I don't know why I thought that, but... I think you might have to catch the dragon, but I think there's also like a way... I think if you fill your box with a bunch of Pokemon, I think that's the only way you don't have to catch it. I think it's very weird. I don't know how you would even manage to fill the entire box of Pokemon, but that's the only way you can skirt around actually catching the legendary in that game. Fantastic. God dang it. Meepus. This one word is just becoming like a trigger for me. Alright, we got Corefish. It's a good thing I got a grass type on the field because Vine Whip is super effective. Bubble. Alright. And we take it out. Get some XP. The rest of the team gets some experience too. Oh, hold on. I apologize. I have not updated the level cap. The level cap has shot up to 25, by the way. The level cap was 12 for the first gym. But yeah, it goes up to 25 because that's the level that the second gym leader uses. So it goes way, way up. I battle just like I skate. Non-stop victory is the only way for me. You were challenged by roller skater Roland. We got Pidgey on the field. Non-stop victory? Welp. Man is about to get destroyed. Alright, Zigzagoon, go ahead and headbutt him. Probably going to be a 2-shot. Alright. And goodbye, Pidgey. Not as good as my Pidgey. Chespin levels up to 13. Wow, you got some crazy Pokemon there. Mind if I put some roller skates on them? Please don't do that. Although I will say, it would be pretty amusing. It would be pretty amusing to see like a Pokemon like Flabebe with roller skates. I have to admit. That would be kind of funny. It'd be like putting like glasses on a dog. They look so goofy. Alrighty. I don't know how much farther we'll go before I stop streaming. I think what I'll try to do is maybe we might try to get through all the trainers here and get through the next city and kind of see where we're at. Maybe we'll do like one more encounter or something. I'm trying to talk to this guy. Is this not the guy that I... Hold on, wait. Maybe I already fought that guy. Maybe it's the other one on the outside. Is it you? It's you. Okay, my bad. I was chasing the wrong person. I love Pokemon battles. Would they be even better if I didn't have to stop skating? Alright, we got Fletchling. Probably also going to be level 10 if I had to guess. Alright, let's go back to Zigzagoon then. Quick attack does how much damage? 7? That's fine. Headbutt probably does a lot too. Maybe a flinch? Yep. Nice, nice. And Headbutt should take it out. Alright, Buttercup got to 7. The moment I stop, down flutters the Fletchling. What? Is that supposed to be an expression of some kind? What in the world? I don't know what we meant by that. Is this a hidden item right here in this middle bush? I think it is. No? Is one of these a... Okay, the honey is in this one. Alright. So honey is interesting. You actually... So, you can use honey to force an encounter in the wild, and specifically it attracts a horde battle. So horde battles are where 5 Pokemon spawn at the same time. And they usually appear at a lower level than the rest of the Pokemon you encounter on that route. But you can get some unique Pokemon specifically from doing it through the honey. So we're not going to be using it anytime soon, but just keep it in mind, because there will be a time where I will want to get my encounter via a horde battle. And how we rule horde battle encounters, because it can just happen from like naturally walking in the grass, like a horde battle can show up. So how horde battles work, if it's my first encounter, whatever Pokemon is like the last remaining on the field is the one that's my encounter. So if I get 5 Pokemon, you have to take out 4 of them before you can catch a Pokemon on the field. So whatever Pokemon I don't take out is the one that's my encounter. The last one that faints is my encounter. So anyway, we got this person. Let's fight this guy, or girl. Hey, listen, I'm gonna win this battle. Preschooler Mia. And out Badoo. Alright, let's go to a flying type. Let's go to Pidgey. Why not? Mia's about to have her dreams crushed. Yep. I mean, there's a reason this Badoo hasn't evolved. Badoo evolves when you get high friendship on it. So, what does that say? Your Pokemon doesn't love you. And now it's dead. Or about to be dead. How can you live with yourself? Poor Badoo. Didn't ask for this. GG easy. Imagine saying that to a preschooler. Just destroy them in a Pokemon battle. GG easy. Come on, no fair. You weren't supposed to win. The fact that they have merchandise... So, in this world, they have merchandise of the Pokemon themselves. That's pretty crazy. Capitalism is everywhere. You can't escape from it, not even in your video games. Preschooler Adrian sent out Magikarp. Oh, kid, I've got bad news. I've got extremely bad news about this poor Magikarp. It's dying. It's drowning. All it can do is splash. It's trying its best. I don't even know how some of these kids are finding these Pokemon. We saw a Pichu earlier. And now we're seeing a Magikarp. I don't know how they're getting these guys. Unless they were just given to them by someone. Because you can't find it in the wild. Unless you have a fishing rod for Magikarp. Alright. Ziggy wants to learn Sand Attack. Yeah, let's get rid of Tackle. I mean, Headbutt's just a better tackle. Higher damage and has the flinch chance as well. Splish Splash, Splish Splash, Splosh. Okay. The kid might have some kind of brain damage, unfortunately. Nopo babies with no skills, probably. Wow. Behold these glorious moves that have been honed and perfected in the garden. Gardener Fabian sent out Corpus. This is another Pokemon that we don't have access to yet. I don't know how people are getting these guys. Where are you finding these Pokemon? And also, it doesn't even make sense. You're someone who works in the garden and you use a water type Pokemon. I mean, I guess you do water the plants. Okay, fair. But shouldn't you use a grass type Pokemon? Wouldn't it be more on brand for a gardener to use a grass type Pokemon? Looks like your combination with your Pokemon was even more honed than mine. You gave a decent amount of money, too. Alright, what's this item up here? An ether. Alright, well, we're going to need to stockpile them at some point, because when we get a long way away, but when we eventually get to, like, the Elite Four, we will want to have those, just in case. We cannot use items in battle, but we can use them outside of battle. Alright, what's this guy? This is another gardener. Parterre Way is famous for these hedgerow gardens. If you can defeat me, I'll tell what their official name is. I don't really care, my man. I just want the money and the item that you have. Gardener Grover. Alright. This is an episode of Sesame Street now? Got the blue guy. They both had Corphish. Both gardeners had Corphish. Are you guys related or something? I got bad news. I don't think that this battle is going to go any differently than the last one. I think Chespin's got this. Wormy leveled up to 13. I'm a pro when it comes to gardens. You're a pro when it comes to Pokemon. They're identical cousins, yeah. Just... literally just across the way. One's on the left, one's on the right. Netball. That works better at catching water and bug type Pokemon. May come into play at some point. Alright, and we got these two dweebs. Hello there, have you ever heard of a Pokemon called Flabebe? Yeah, I have. You want to see it? Wow, you have one with you. Flabebe is, now brace yourself, a fairy type Pokemon. What? Fairy type? Wow, she interrupted him. I think he said something. Fairy type is a new Pokemon type that was recently discovered, I think. This turned the entire type matchup system on its head. And we've been battling fairy type Pokemon against other types of Pokemon at Professor Sycamore's request. He is really miffed that she just interrupted him. My name's Cena. It's a beautiful name for a beautiful lady. This chick's like maybe 13 years old. I'm Dexio. 2 years ago, Professor Sycamore entrusted me with a Pokedex. Yeah. When you get entrusted with a Pokedex, that happens when you're like 10 years old. Ain't no way. You could call me a Pokemon Voyage veteran. If you'd like, I'll show you the way to the lab, so come along now. Sure. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, you want to see Flabebe? Cute little Ooga Booga creature. So how are you and Chespin getting along? The more you walk around with your Pokemon, the stronger your friendship will become. Here, take this TM for return. This is a move that gets more powerful when your friendship with the Pokemon using it is strong. Yep. It has a max base power of 102 if you have max friendship. We're probably nowhere close to max friendship right now. We might have them at like a third of the way there. Right through this gate and you'll be in Lumio City. Go on already. Alright. Now we have the biggest city in all of Kalos, which is basically just Paris. I'll go ahead and wait in front of the lab for you. Follow her that way to the lab. Gee, if only there was a sign out front that said Pokemon Lab. This building is a Sycamore Pokemon Lab. Let's go inside. Yes, I know. I want to go to the... Oh. I wasn't trying to go this way. I'm sorry. There's a blackout. You can't go any further until it's fixed. Yeah. I get it. I was trying to go to the Pokemon Center. There actually is a TM shop here. So you can buy new moves. But they're really expensive. I don't think we even have enough money for one of them. Let's see. No, we actually do. We have enough for exactly one. So we can buy Bulldoze, Struggle Bug, Sword Dance, and we cannot buy Sunny Day or Rain Dance. Swords Dance is a fantastic move. Absolutely fantastic move. It's a setup move, and I know Farfetch can learn it. I don't know if anyone else on my team can learn it. I don't think Chespin can, so I don't think anyone else could learn it, but Farfetch could. Farfetch also learns it via level up too. Yeah, Bulldoze, which I know a lot of my Pokemon could learn. That's a good one. It's a 60 base power ground type move that lowers speed. And Struggle Bug, which is a special attacking bug type move that lowers special attack. So, a decent amount of options. Probably Bulldoze would be the best to buy, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Right now, let's head on over to the Pokemon Lab. You traveled a long way from Vanderbilt Town, but you're finally here. The professor can't wait to meet you. You can find him on the 3rd floor, so hop in on the elevator. Alright, well, let's go to the 2nd floor first, because I think you get, like, I can't remember if you get, like, a Dusk Ball or something. It's some kind of special Pokeball. Maybe it's a Luxury Ball. Yeah, Luxury Ball, that's what it is. Okay. Now we can go to the 3rd floor. We got a cutscene. Actual cutscene. So, we finally meet. Fantastic. This word is showing up too many times, man. Oh no, and then Meepus, you... Oh no, wow, we're in the lab. Fantastic, just fantastic. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose it. You're here. Come this way, won't you? You couldn't have timed that any better, Meepus. That is insane. That I literally read that message, looked at chat, and then saw your message. That's insane. I got double freaking whammied. Holy. Oh my god. Perfect timing. Alright. So now we can fight the professor. And he'll use the 3 Kanto starters. So Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. And after beating him, you get to choose one of the starters that you want for your team. So this will be an interesting choice. I definitely think, because I picked Chespin, it pretty much rules out Bulbasaur. I wouldn't want to double up on grass types. So it's between Squirtle and Charmander. I like Squirtle a lot. But I have to concede that Charmander is probably going to be the better pick. Because I didn't get Fletchling from any of the early routes, we don't have any, like, fire type. We do have a lot of flying types. I mean, we have 3 in total flying types, but having a dedicated fire type is just really good. And the problem with Squirtle is, like, you face a lot of competition from something like, say, Lapras, which is guaranteed to show up later in the run anyway. So I feel like it's hard to use Blastoise, if I'm being honest. So I think we're going to pick Charmander here. But before we can do that, we have to beat him in a battle. Many thanks for coming all the way from Vanderbilt Town. I'm Professor Sycamore. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. How is your Pokemon journey going so far? Have you met many different Pokemon? Fantastic! Let me have a quick look at your Pokedex and see. So you've seen 36 kinds of Pokemon in Central Kalos then. Oh, the pages are getting filled in. It's starting to look good. Well, now, you do have a certain... Oh, is this Genisaqua? Is that... Okay, that's how you spell it out, I guess. I've never... Okay, I've never seen it spelled out, but I know how to pronounce it at least. Okay. I have a good feeling about you. At first, I was thinking of choosing only one child from a town when I was deciding who to give a Pokemon to. In Vanderbilt Town, it was going to be the child of a veteran trainer I know. About then, I learned that the Rhyhorn racer Grace and her daughter were moving here. Here in the Kalos region, you're far away from everything you used to know. That really hit me right here. Then it hit me. I should give you a Pokemon and have you travel around Kalos. Hi, Professor. It's Shauna. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Fantastic. Now let's all have a Pokemon battle. Your opponent shall be me. Oh my god, a little tag team action. It's killing me. I mean, really, it's triple teaming me because it's Sycamore, it's you, and then it was Viola earlier. I'm just, oh my god. No matter where I am, I'm getting pranked by the word fantastic. Shall we start the battle? Let's do it. Just so you know, I'm not that tough. Yeah, he uses 3 level 10 versions of all the starter Pokemon from Kanto. And he's leading with Bulbasaur. Unfortunately, I'm leading with Chespin, and we're not really well built to do damage to one another, so let me just swap out of this. Let's go into Butterfree here. Growl is whatever, just lowers attack, and we can probably one-shot or two-shot with Confusion. Alright, Growl again, easy. Alright, Bulbasaur is gonna go down. What's next, Squirtle or Charmander? Farfetch got to level 15. Charmander comes in. Alright, let's swap in. Let's go to Quacklin the Farfetch'd. Okay, scratch me for 4. That's not bad. And then we'll go Aerial Ace. I'll do a lot. Nice. Goes Ember. Could burn me, but that's not that big of a deal. A crit. A lot of crits have happened today. I don't know what's been happening, but there's been a lot of crits. And I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. Alright. Pidgey is level 14. Does Pidgey evolve at 14 or 16? I guess we'll find out. Squirtle. Let's go starter versus starter. Chespin versus Squirtle right here. 1v1 me, bro. Alright. Go Vine Whip. Does a lot. And Squirtle is going to be dead. Alright, we get some experience. Level up to 15 with Chespin. Oh, and he learns Leech Seed. This is great. We'll get rid of... I'll keep Growl. I'll get rid of Rollout. I can't fathom I'm going to go with Rollout, really, for a lot of battles. Crits are just fantastic. Oh man, I'm gonna lose it. You're too much for me. You're really something hard to you. Yeah, some might call me fantastic. I think I've about figured it out. Figured what out? Uga, you are an interesting Pokemon trainer indeed. Thank you for not saying fantastic Pokemon trainer. Oh my, it'd be fantastic if you took another Pokemon with you. Here, pick one. Oh my god. So yeah, you get to pick which one you want. Obviously, there's no reason to pick Bulbasaur since I already picked Chespin. I do think Bulbasaur is a really good choice. It's a grass poison type, which is very good. Defensively, you're only weak to 4 things, and you have like a myriad of resistances. Also, when it becomes Venusaur and you have Mega Evolution unlocked. Now, granted, I'm going to try not to use Mega Evolution in this run, but if you were to use Mega Evolution, Mega Venusaur has thick fat, so it covers 2 of its weaknesses to fire and ice. But Charmander, I think, makes the most sense to pick since we're going to get a guaranteed Lapras, so as much as I love Squirtle, I don't think he's the best option for us to pick here, so we need a fantastic counter. It's weirdly high, crazy. It is really high. I think if we're counting both chat and the game, I think we're at least 20 right now. It's pretty insane. It's not fantastic. All right, the fire type Pokemon, Charmander. Let's choose this lad. You pick Charmander then. I see. That's simply wonderful. Your party is full. Please choose a Pokemon to send to the PC box. Well, we're definitely going to choose one of the flying types we have, and if I had to pick one, it's got to be Pidgey. Pidgey is a solid. Oh, look at that. Look at how my party is sorted. We got 3 males and 3 females, and they're sorted left and right. Look at this. This was unintentional. Anyway, well, we're gonna send Pidgey to the PC box because we already have Farfetch'd too. At least right now, Farfetch'd is better than Pidgey. All right, what should we name Charmander? I don't know. It's a fire lizard that eventually becomes a fire lizard that can fly. Kind of like a fire dragon. But for some reason, it's not a dragon type. It's a flying type. Trying to think of some kind of like fire pun you can go with. I'm at a loss for names, yeah. Why don't we, since it turns into a dragon, maybe call it Imagine. Let's do it. Imagine Dragons. So you decided its nickname will be Imagine. Let's do it. I'll give you the Mega Stone. Since we're playing Pokemon Y, we get Charizardite, sorry, Y. If you're playing X, then you would get Charizardite X instead, and then it would actually become a dragon when you Mega Evolve it. You know, Charizard X is a fire dragon type. Charizard Y stays a fire flying type. Come now, you two, pick your Pokemon. I don't know which one to pick. It's so difficult. It's okay. Take your time. Well, I've got a feeling everyone else will show up soon. Hi, Professor Sycamore. What's this? Everyone is already here. See? Wonderful. Everyone's all here. It was wonderful this time, not fantastic. So now that we're all here, I'd like to say a few words. Be the best trainer you can be. At the same time, remember to have fun traveling with your Pokemon. Also, I want to ask for your help in solving the Kalos region's biggest Pokemon mystery. The secret and potential of Mega Evolution, a new kind of evolution that occurs in battle. That's why I gave you that Mega Stone just now. It's an important clue. Mega Evolution? What should we do about the Pokedex? Trevor, my lad, if that's what what best trainer means to you, then I want you to go out there and complete that Pokedex. Mega Evolution sounds really interesting. If you're investigating Mega Evolution, why don't you check out Campfire Town? Or Friar, I think, because there was an R. That town has a lot of history. You might find a hint there. Now listen, if you visit many different places to complete the Pokedex, you will probably see Pokemon with many ways of living and meet people with many ways of thinking. First, accept the ways of living and thinking that sometimes conflict with your own, and think about what's really important. This will truly broaden your horizons. I think being different from others is part of what makes me special. Mastering Mega Evolution will definitely set me apart from other trainers. I'm not like other trainers. Alright, and then I think if we talk to this person, they give us a TM. The number of Pokemon you've encountered in the Central Kalos Pokedex is 39. I'll give you an item so you can befriend even more Pokemon. Yeah, we get False Swipe. This is basically a move that is just here to help you with catching Pokemon. Yeah, as she just explained, it's a move that can never actually kill a Pokemon. It will always leave the Pokemon with 1 HP. So it's only here for helping out with catching Pokemon and not actually any serious help for, like, gym battles and such. So I will be able to meet them soon, huh? Yes. The children chosen by the professor. I wonder what potential they have. And here's one of them now. That's Uga. Uga, come here a sec. Oh, you received a Pokedex from the professor then. How wonderful. This is a wonderful thing indeed. Now the new word is becoming wonderful. You mad? You noticing this? It was fantastic before, now it's wonderful. Okay. That is a wonderful thing indeed. You are one of the chosen ones. Am I getting brought into a cult or something? What's happening? I am Lysander. I've tried to learn as much about Pokemon as I can to help build a brighter future. Professor Sycamore has taught me so much. Oh, I see. You have a holocaster. Knowledge is power, after all. Put it to good use. Now listen, it is vital that this world become a better place. And the people in Pokemon chosen to make the world better must work tirelessly to achieve this goal. Well, I'll be off. Please give Professor Sycamore my best. My desire is for a more beautiful world. Still, I wonder what kind of beautiful world Lysander desires. In this great big Kalos region, there are many different Pokemon. I hope getting a Pokedex gives you a chance to learn about them. So False Swipe can't kill, that means True Swipe insta-kills. Yeah, that's the forbidden tech that Game Freak doesn't want you to know about. Booga, there's a place I want to go check out. So I'll see you around. There's something I want to talk to you about. I'll wait for you in Cafe Soleil, neighbor. A lot of these words are French, and I don't know jack shite about the French language, I'm going to be honest. I wonder what Callum wants to talk about. Why couldn't he just use the Holocaster? No clue, but it seems hush-hush. I am curious about what's going on, but we probably should stay out of it. Hey, Booga. To get to Campfire Town, leave the lab, turn left, and go straight. That Cafe Soleil Callum was talking about is over that way, too. Magikarp exclusive hidden attack. Yeah. Only if you get it to level 100 and then you have to, I don't know. You have to play at exactly midnight. You have to beat up 100 Charmanders. All using False Swipe. And then you unlock True Swipe. If you stay on the main streets, you shouldn't get lost. I'm gonna go on a little walk. The streets sure whine and wander here. Oh, just so you know, Campfire Town and Cafe Soleil are over this way. God, man, I'm stuttering a lot. I've just been non-stop yapping. I mean, that's pretty much how every stream goes, but it's even more so right now. Alright, let me go buy the Bulldoze TM while it's on my mind. Might as well. We'll get more money eventually and we'll be able to buy all the other TMs. Alright, and then Cafe Soleil is over here. Oh, there's also the haircut place that you can go to. Change your hairstyle. Come with me for a second. This is the first Pokemon game that actually let you customize your appearance. Oh, it's Lysander, and is that Diantha? So get this, neighbor. Lysander is the head of Lysander Labs, which created the Holocaster, a video messaging device. You already know about Diantha, right? She is one of the most famous movie stars in the world, after all. I wonder what the two of them are doing here together. She's also the Pokemon League champion. You played a young girl so wonderfully in your debut on the silver screen. Wouldn't you rather remain young and beautiful forever and always play such roles? What a strange question. Why would I want to play the same old roles forever? Youth may be beautiful, but it's not all there is to life. Everything changes. I want to live and change like that too. So I look forward to playing different roles as I get older. You were chosen to be a movie star, correct? Isn't it your duty to be ever beautiful? Okay, are we getting into like the crazy beauty standards that actors are held to in like Hollywood? We're okay. Everything beautiful should stay that way forever. I would end I would end the world in an instant so that beauty never fades. What is bro yapping about? I can't stand the thought of the world becoming uglier. Oh, hello, Uga. Who starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. This is Diantha, one of the most accomplished movie stars in Kalos. She moves the multitudes with her excellent acting, which is to say she dedicates her life to making other people happy. Oh, if only everyone were like her, what a beautiful world this would be. If you'll excuse me. Now the new word is becoming beautiful. I think beautiful has been said like 10 times. What? Isn't this a coffee shop? Yeah. Sir, this is a Wendy's. We're gonna have to ask you to leave. And who are you two? I'm Callum. It's a pleasure. This is Uga, right? Okay, I'm not gonna ask how you know my name. I heard Lysander call you that. You both have lovely names. Oh, and you're both trainers. Don't your Pokemon look happy? I'm a trainer myself. In my off time, I look forward to us battling someday. Yeah, it'll be a while. I guess Pokemon trainers all battle each other no matter who they are. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you something, neighbor. How about you and I compete and see who ends up stronger? I know we set off on a journey just after you arrived in Vanderbilt, but we are neighbors and having a competition with you sounds like fun. I won't lose though, just so you know. Alright. A little rivalry going on here. Alright. The next route is Route 5. That's going to be a new encounter. I think what we'll do... I think let's get to Campfire Town. I'm probably mispronouncing that, by the way. It's French, obviously. So I don't know if it's like Campfire or something like that. It might be something like that. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know different languages. Hollow clip received. So check this out. I'm out on Route 5 right now, and it's just hopping with wild Pokemon. Hurry and come check it out. Foreshadowing, yeah. Not so subtly at all. Oh, we got this guy. Hey! Nice to meet you, friend. They call me Mr. Bonding. Have you heard about O-Powers? They're OP. That expression of yours tells me you haven't. Don't worry, I'll tell you all about it. O-Powers are mysterious forces that have all kinds of useful effects. They can make your Pokemon stronger or even help you get more money. And any friends you have nearby will also benefit from them. They truly are mysterious powers. Let's get started, shall we? It's bonding time. I think it's pronounced fantastic. God dang it. You received an O-Power from Mr. Bonding. You can now use attack power and defense power. Attack power increases the attack stat. I would have never guessed. Don't tell me. Defense power increases the defense stat. That's not all. The powers can gain levels the more you use them. Take a look at the instructions if you want to know more. Remember, you can activate an O-Power from using the PSS. Well then, I do believe I shall take my leave right about now. Hope to see you around. Yeah, so... O-Powers are really broken, because basically they work as like using an item before the battle actually starts. So it's really good. It can double the amount of money you get after a battle. It can increase the catch rate of certain Pokemon. It can increase the amount of experience you get. It can obviously increase your stats. It's powerful. But obviously no items are allowed in battle, and that includes O-Power. Since they activate in the battle, they're not allowed to be used. If you lose your way in Lumio City, I recommend entering a nearby shop to get your bearings. Cool. Sometimes it's nice to take the long way. You never know what you'll find. Whoa, wait, really? I could have never guessed. Next, you're going to tell me that at a stop sign, they expect you to stop. They really should have wrote that down. Car. Wait, Lucario. Sorry about that. Are you okay? I was just doing some special training with my Lucario when all of a sudden it dashed off. Hey, Lucario, what's going on with you? Did you get drawn in by this girl's aura or something? It's so funny because now, like, aura has a completely different meaning from what it did, like, back in... I think this game came out, like, I want to say it came out, like, 2012, 2013, something like that. So, it's just funny having a line of dialogue like this. Car. Huh. Well, it seems Lucario likes you. Thanks. I don't really know if that's something you should say thanks for. See, Lucario can read people's auras. I guess something in your aura has made this one take a liking to a stranger. This Lucario is always getting worked up in battle with my other one. Maybe it's just been waiting for a trainer to appear who's strong enough to challenge it. Oops, sorry, I was on such a roll I forgot to even introduce myself. I'm Karina, the Shalor City gym leader. If you're collecting gym badges, I'm sure we'll be battling sooner or later. I'll be looking forward to it. I hope you know how to roll with the punches. Yeah, and then you'll tell me that you wouldn't end the world to preserve all its beauty. That'd be crazy. Oh my god. Alright, let me get this hidden item. I don't know, you're just supposed to know that these items are here. I mean, you do eventually get the item finder, but you don't have it right now, so it's kind of weird. I get a super potion. Alright, and now we're going to get our encounter from here. Let me just double check what's available before I do it. Let's see. Route 5. So we've got Bunnelby, Furfrou, Doduo, Gulpin, Skiddo, Pancham, Abra, and Minun. That's from regular grass. If we go in the purple flowers, you have a higher chance of getting Skiddo. Lower chance of getting Furfrou. Lower chance of getting Bunnelby. Higher chance of getting Pancham. And everything else is the same. There's also horde battles you can do, but the horde battles aren't really anything special. None of the Pokemon are that great. Alright, I think we're just going to take the full odds just with the regular grass. Furfrou is a really, really solid Pokemon to get. That would be a really cool Pokemon. Why was the game lagging there for a second? I don't know. Me saving the game made it lag, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, but Furfrou would be a really good one to get. That's a 20% chance to happen. I'd be pretty happy with I'd be happy with Abra if I caught it. The problem is catching it's not easy. Let's see, what other Pokemon is there? There's, I guess Doduo would, well, Doduo is a flying type though, and I already have a lot of flying types, so I don't know. Yeah, there's not really too many, like, great Pokemon here. The horde battles are so rough before you get AoE attacks. Well, the great news, Doctor! We just bought Bulldoze from the TM shop. And here, I'll teach it right away. My goat, Chespin, is the only one that can learn Bulldoze. Alright. What does Charmander know? What moveset does it have? Alright, we're gonna, we're just gonna see what we get. Like I said, I'm hoping it's Furfrou. If it's Abra, we just have to hope we catch it, because I think the best Pokeball I have right now is a Great Ball. Yeah. So, I don't know what the chance is to catch an Abra with a Great Ball. I guess I could put Butterfree in the front. Maybe I'll have the option to use Sleep Powder. That would help, right? Because Butterfree has Compound Eyes, which means it has, you know, 1.3x accuracy multiplier. So, Sleep Powder goes from 75 accuracy to 97.5 accuracy. I don't know if it rounds down or up, or if it actually is just straight up 97.5. But regardless, it's pretty good, and it's better than just throwing a Great Ball and it just likely breaking out. Alright, let's see what we get. Bulldoze was such a great addition because the ground type was really missing AoE attacks. Sarcasm detected. Alright, we got Doduo now. It can have early bird, can it? Oops. That's not. I think you can have early bird. Yeah, Runaway or Early Bird are its abilities. What moveset does it have? It's level 10. Is it no Pursuit yet? No. Okay. Well, let's try putting it to sleep. Let's see if it's Early Bird or not. If it's Early Bird, it has a chance to wake up on the first turn, which normally would be impossible. Okay, well, it didn't. That doesn't mean it doesn't have it, just it didn't proc. Let's go with the Great Ball. I know Butterfree's weak to flying, but I don't think Doduo will hit that hard even with Peck. And Doduo was caught. Alright, Doduo, we're gonna name you Tandem. Alright, and what we got? Oh yeah, it's not like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon where you get to, like, check the Pokemon summary before you put it in the box. I actually have to go back to the Pokemon Center. I'm not gonna put Doduo on the team, because I think I like who we've got right now. Unironically, Farfetch is the best normal flying type I have access to at the moment, so no need to put another one on the team. It was Early Bird. Okay, so this didn't proc. Yeah, Doduo is fast. It hits hard. It has a decent move pool. So yeah, it's not bad. It's one of the few flying type Pokemon that can learn Drill Peck. For some reason, Drill Peck just never has had great distribution, but yeah, Dodrio and Doduo can learn it. Alright. And now I head back to Route 5. Okay. So yeah, I think we'll get to the next town, and then that will be it for this stream. Because we've been going for a little over 3 hours, 15 minutes. We'll fight all the trainers along the way, too. We got a double battle here. I think... Oh, this is Plusle and Minun, isn't it? People say we're like 2 peas in a pod. They say we're like 2 halves of a whole. If you encounter a duplicate, does it count as your encounter, or are you allowed to skip it, or a duplicate encounter is not able to happen? If I run into a Pokemon that I have already encountered, I can re-roll it. Yeah. It's a rule that Nuzlockers refer to as Species Clause or Dupes Clause. You can say either one. Well, this is a bad lineup of Pokemon to have on the field when you're dealing with Electric-type Pokemon. I mean, okay, hold on. So, what would Plusle and Minun know at this level? Let me check. Do they just know Thundershock? Plusle... They're level, what, 11? Yeah, they should just know... I don't even see Thundershock here. I don't know if these guys would know Thundershock. Yeah, they might not. Well, either way, let's get Jug in here. I mean... How bulky is Butterfree on the special side? 26 special defense. Zigzagoon's got 16. I might just stay in with Butterfree. I might swap Farfetch, but I might stay in with Butterfree. Let's Sleep Powder the Plusle. And let's swap Jug. So I don't think they have an Electric-type move. At least via level up, these things should not know an Electric-type move. Plusle's using Helping Hand, okay. That's a very helping hand. They both helping handed. Incredible. Alright. Alright, well, let's try out Bulldoze. I got a Pokemon on the field that can't be hit by ground-type moves, and 2 Pokemon that are weak to ground-type moves. Now, if this Plusle and Minun group was built properly, this actually could be scary, because the whole gimmick with Plusle and Minun, when they're on the field at the same time, they power each other up. So Plusle gives Minun more, well, I guess, yeah, Plusle gives Minun more special defense, Minun gives Plusle more special attack. Alright. And now Plusle's dead, and Minun will join very shortly. A lot of experience, so I like that. Everyone's leveling up. Alright. And Minun's gone. There we go. Easy clap. And also Zigzagoon leveled up. That was a good battle. And Chespin is now evolving. Also, I forgot to take off Pidgey from the active lineup. Not doing a good job of updating the team. A tradition as old as time. Who did we replace Pidgey with? Charmander? Yeah, Charmander. Okay, Charmander. And then now we have Chespin has evolved up to Big Boy Quilladin. Alright. Yeah, Quilladin has some pretty nice stats all around. I don't love the nature, but I don't hate it either. Like, plus speed can be useful. It can be useful. Alright. Is there an item over here? Oh. What's up, Skiddo? You know, there was a time about like 5 or 6 years ago that I really was convinced that Skiddo was a grass normal type. And then it was because I started Nuzlocking Pokemon X and Y that I found out that it's just a mono grass type. And I'm like, oh wow, I've been wrong this whole time. Alright, Furfuru, what's up? If only Furfuru was the encounter I got from here, that would have been great. I would have yeeted Zigzagoon into the box as fast as possible. I mean, there's still time to find a shiny, but it's a 1 in 4,096 chance, so don't get your hopes up. God dang it, come on, I just want to know if this is a hidden item or not. Pancham. Okay. Is this a hidden item? No. Okay. I think we have to battle here, right? And I think Tierno uses his core fish that knows Swords Dance, so let's not mess around with that. Let's just have Quilladin come in, decimate it. My goodness, Pokemon hordes are certainly intense. Yeah, they're just like a dance team made up of Pokemon, aren't they? Oh, Tierno, do you ever think about anything besides dancing? Nope. Even during Pokemon battles, I'm always checking out their moves. And then my feet just start moving, too. I can't help it, you know? Like with Swords Dance, I love it. I guess that's why I can never win. Oh hey, it's Booga. Do your Pokemon know any sweet moves? Show me it in battle. You are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Tierno. Alright, Corphish. To the Shadow Realm you go. Vine Whip. Yeah, he just do Swords Dance. You do be Swords Dancing. Alright, Corphish is down. And everyone's leveling up. I've got to head out, but I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night day. Yeah, you too, Beepus. Thanks for being here. Always fun talking with you. That was some nice footwork. Good to see you, Uga. Excuse me, I meant Booga. Ooga Booga, please. It really does seem as though Tierno can only think about dancing and moves. When a horde of Pokemon popped out, he just stood there watching them. Well, yeah, Trevs. Coming up with the world's best Pokemon dance is my dream, after all. I was born to dance. I won't ever stop, not with moves like this. That's indeed a perfect dream for you, Tierno. I guess I should show just as much dedication to my dream of completing the Pokedex, then. It's good to be serious about some things. Oh, Booga, do take this honey, won't you? Yeah, this is how you can get hordes. We already have one from the hidden item we got earlier. You see, using honey will encourage Pokemon hordes to appear. It literally guarantees the hordes appear. It's not even like a chance. Though if you're going to challenge a whole horde, you may want to use moves that can hit multiple targets. True. It's an effective way to shiny hunt, too. Getting 5 Pokemon at a time is certainly a faster way to shiny hunt than 1. I haven't been able to sleep very well for days. I don't know if I'm up for a battle. Okay, well, either way, you're gonna battle, I guess. No one's forcing you to do this. He's got a Kadabra. That's a pretty powerful Pokemon to have this at this point in the game. Actually kind of wild. Alright. Well, we have Bite, so this should be able to take it out. Ow. That did hurt. But we're okay. Alright, Buttercup got to 11. I knew it. I really got to get some sleep. Alright, let's get this item that's down there. Come on, I'm looking at it. So let me pick it up. Alright. Not much further to go before we get to the next town. Might just be like a couple more trainers, and I think there's also a TM we can collect up here. Also, there's the Oranberry tree, I believe. Yep. It's like our first held item we have. Alright. Hello, Doduo. Let me use a potion on Quilladin. I don't want to have to go all the way back to the Pokemon Center. Alright. Who's next? This person? Alright, let's fight. I'm working on some synchronized tricks with my Pokemon, but can't get our timing right. Let me practice against you. Challenged by Roller Skater Winnie. Okay. The poo? Got Bunnelby level 9? The last guy used a level 12 Kadabra. Also, that's an illegal Pokemon. I just realized that you can't have Kadabra at level 12. It evolves at 16. People are cheating. Alright, Skiddo is gone. Gah! The rules of a Pokemon battle are simple, you see. Roll 1, battle. Roll 2, win. I've never thought of it like that. Challenged by Roller Skater Florin. And Doduo. Well, unfortunate. I mean, I probably could stay in. Corlidon is pretty goddamn bulky. Yeah, let's try staying in for one turn. Let's go bite. Quick attack. Yeah, that means Peck would only do about 12 with a non-crit. Alright. Doduo is down. We get to level 18 with Quilladin. I know it kind of seems like it's high, but with the level cap being 25, I'm not really that worried about it. We can always turn the XP share off if we're getting close, but right now we're doing just okay. Right now. Hone Claws, that's a good TM. Who can learn that? Okay. I definitely think I should teach it to Zigzagoon. Although Zigzagoon is probably going to be off the team soon, but we'll teach it. I don't really know if Hone Claws benefits Charmander that much, but it would definitely benefit Quilladin. Question is, what do you get rid of? I think I like having Bulldoze on, so I might get rid of Bite. Bite's a solid move for sure, but I can live without it. Okay. As long as I'm with my Pokemon, I get to meet all sorts of Pokemon from around the world and trade and battle with them. You're darn right. Bidoof, my goat. Alright, let's go ahead and set up Leech Seed. Oh no, is it gonna defense curl roll out me? I might be setting up for it. There you go, Hone Claws. Aww. Growled me. In the end, all I get is the accuracy buff. Bidoof, let me have my Hone Claws. Let me do it. Alright. And this might kill. Nope. Alright, one more hit. And then we just got one more Pokemon after this. We're only a +1 attack, but that's fine. Okay, Baby got to 12. Oddish is coming in. I don't have much to hit you with, but I do have Bulldoze, which will do a lot. Nice. Alright, cool. It's all thanks to my Bidoof that I got to meet you. That's gotta be good for something. Bidoof is good for everything. There is no such thing as a bad Bidoof. Because they're all out here spreading joy and positivity to the world. Truly the greatest of all time. I'm just trying to get the item that's down here, please. Go away, Dodo. I need you to leave me alone. I didn't think it would take that long to get to the next town. I really didn't, but it's been taking a longer time just because of how many goddamn wild encounters I'm getting and how slow some of the battles have been. But we're in the home stretch. We just have to deal with this guy. And then there might be one more trainer left after this. What's his name? Backpacker Hikey. Or Hike, I don't know. Maybe it's just Hike. He is going on a hike right now. Alright, we got Sentret. Let's go ahead and just Vine Whip, I guess. Yep. Alright, goodbye, Sentret. Quacklin got to level 18. He's just as good as I thought. Alright, let's take out this guy. I like how they get stuck on you before they see you. Alright. Youngster Kaita. Sent out Pansage. I don't have any move to hit this guy for decent damage, but I'll just use Bulldoze a couple of times until he dies. Not like he can hit me either. Well, and then he's gonna use Play Nice on me, so this is gonna take way too long. Alright, let's just swap the Butterfree. Alright, Butterfree. Confusion. Hopefully takes it out. Nope. One more hit. Okay. Now Pansage is done. And I think that's officially all the trainers on this route. So at this point, all we gotta do is just get to the Pokemon Center, and then we can stop for today. Pick this up next time on Thursday. But this is a good start to the run. I mean, X and Y, and you know, notoriously, a lot of people say that's very easy of a game to play. I think if you're doing a Deathless run, it actually isn't that easy, truthfully. Especially if you fight a lot of the trainers like I like to do. But we'll see. But so far, this run is off to a fantastic start. I really like a lot of the encounters we got. I think the only real encounters that I think we missed on were like Zigzagoon. I think that was kind of a miss. But I'm really, really happy we got Flabebe. I think that's a fantastic Pokemon. Thank you for using the Holocaster. Lysander Labs developed the Holocaster to make the lives of Pokemon trainers richer, fuller, and more convenient. We hope you'll continue to enjoy the fine services the device provides. Alright, let me loot this town. I think there's like a TM you can get from one of these guys. Take this, thief. Alright. Cool, cool. There's an item at the bottom of the town, I believe. Star piece. You can sell that for a lot of money. Like that. And I'm getting stuck on things. Where else can we go? Is there a TM in here? I know a lot of the times the hotels have TMs in them, but I don't know if this one in particular has one. Oh, he gives you a full heal. Okay. I know the Mr. Bonding guy is also here, but I don't care about him. We're not using O powers. There's a thing over here. Item. Oops. And I went the wrong way. An X attack. We can just sell that as well. There's a building up here. Oops. Anything in here? Please show me a Pokemon that's normal type. I mean, I've got 2 on me and I've got 1 in the box. Which one do you want to see? Wow, you've got 1. It's putting off great vibes. I'll give you a berry. So pick the one you want. I guess of all these, I'll pick Chesto. I know we'll get rest very soon, so we get a Sweetheart. Okay. Alright, let's heal up. I'll also check the shop here. You can sell anything different? No. And buy repels. That might not be a bad thing eventually to get. Anyone here say anything? Oh, that's the name raider. Okay. Okay. Alright. We're healed up. We've looted everything we need to. I think this is a good place to stop for today, because we've been going for a little over 3.5 hours at this point. So I'll pick this up on Thursday. Hopefully we'll be able to get to the second gym. I don't know. It is kind of a bit, you know, a decent amount of time to get to the next gym, because there's just so much. There's so many different like routes you got to go through. There's a couple like quests that they send you on as well. So we might get to the second gym, we might not, but we'll try. We'll see how far we can get next time. But this is a great start to the run. I'm very happy with a lot of the Pokemon that we have. A lot of the natures we got were pretty solid too. Definitely a lot of ways it could be worse. So I'm excited. We'll see where this ends up going. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching, whether you're watching on YouTube, on Twitch, or you're watching the VOD. Thank you to Meepist, Doctor, Zero Mitsu, oh god, I'm sorry, I keep on forgetting this name. Zero Mitsuyo, 70, Brett, for all being here. You guys are awesome, fun to talk to, make for a lively chat, and I will see you all next time.